Hey yo, what's good
I
in a hoodie, my boys?
what's up, boys? We back again for podcast number eight. Number eight,
Yeah,
man. We almost did number 10. We almost did
exactly,
10 podcasts, man.
exactly.
Almost.
Should have been
Okay,
nine, but
so
I made a little
yeah,
mistake.
yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, man. We're gonna bring back some of the topics in this podcast, so it's good. It is what it is, I guess. But yep. Let's see. So I guess yeah. We'll start off with simple introductions. We got this sucker on Spotify now. Pretty
Yes,
cool. Check it
sir.
out, Boys in the Back podcast. Spaces, no capitals. Actually, there might be a capital, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, there's no D at the beginning, so it's not the Boys in the Back. It's just Boys in the Back podcast. And that's that. So I guess I'll give a quick introduction on Vbatteries. I do variety content. It's like variety of games, mostly gaming. But there are a few other things like a few IRL, a few uh just different types of things. Um, there might be more of that in the future. Like one of the things that we're doing this podcast here, this is a little different, but that's pretty much me. I stream a little bit too, so that's a quick description of me. You go ahead, Dirty Kool-Aid Man, Jmanks.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Jmanks, and what I do is I stream. I play 2K. Uh, I'm playing Madden, so I'm gonna probably get some Madden content out there. Um, a little few things. I'm gonna just say this at the start of the video or the start of the podcast, just because I'll be watching this in class. Um, hello to everybody in my class that's gonna be
Oh my gosh.
hearing me say this. Um, to my teacher, you're my favorite teacher. You're amazing. Your class is very fun. And to the homeboys that I be sitting next to, y'all are chill, like really chill, bro. Like y'all cool, y'all cool. Especially Sebastian, bro. He fine.
Awesome, man. Pretty neat shout out, man. So you listen to it on Spotify in class or no?
Yeah.
Spotify, yeah, man. Spotify was a good move, bro. All right,
I'm
Emerald
telling you,
Rhyhorn.
I'm telling you, bro.
Emerald Rhyhorn, you give an introduction, bro.
Alright, hello, I'm Horn. I do YouTube. I live stream every once in a month on Twitch. And hello, Jaming School, how's it going?
No way. Yeah,
They're
there's
gonna watch
Emerald
this tomorrow.
Rhyhorn.
They're gonna hear me play this tomorrow and be like,
Oh
"What?"
man,
Well,
there's
not
Emerald
tomorrow. Whenever
Rhyhorn. He
you put it
mainly
up.
does Minecraft content. Anyways, uh, Dirty C, give an introduction of yourself. Yo, Dirty C, man.
Um, I'm starting to stream at Twitch. That's new.
Yeah,
Play COD. I'm starting to play 2K.
2K what?
The new one. The new one.
21.
22. Ooh!
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait,
got that.
22. My bad.
Yeah, I got that.
We gotta play sometime. We gotta play
Sheesh.
sometime.
And that's it pretty much.
Gotcha. And he does TikTok stuff, right? How you're pretty good with that.
And yeah, I guess.
Hey man, I see you as a TikTok guy, man. Like if I have TikTok topics, man, I'm gonna get you one, man. Anyways, there's him, and then we got Goku. Yo, go give yourself introduction here.
Basically, I just go live on TikTok here and there. I play games and a bunch of other crap.
Yup, he was on the last two podcasts, 3 in a row, a record for guests.
SRC.
That's a
Yeah,
record for guests. That's the first time. Also, this is almost a record, but not really. I don't think. Wait, maybe. I think this is a record. 5 people on as guests. Is it? Maybe. No, wait. No, I mean
I'm
5
pretty sure
people
we
in
did
general.
5.
I think it was number 5 that actually had the same amount to. Yeah, it was. It was. And anyways, shoot. That's introductions out of the way. I guess we'll get into the what we usually do here. So what y'all been doing the last week since the last podcast? I'll go first here. I've been playing some Fortnite, that new season. That's a topic for later. But yeah, I've been
Oh
playing
my
some
god.
Fortnite.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Let me see what else. I don't really know. I haven't been playing too much games at all. Actually, I mainly been watching Naruto. So yeah, man,
That's what's
episode like
up.
20
Oh,
something, man. Hey, man. Hey, Sakura actually did something, bro. Hey, man.
I swear, Sakura is the most useful person. But people
Yeah.
say she's useless because she sucks, literally. She sucks at her power. I mean, until she
Hey,
meets
man.
Lady Susu. I said until she meets Lady Susu.
Okay.
You
Well,
know who Lady
anyways.
Susu is? I
No,
mean,
I
unless you
don't.
did. Okay then. See, you know
Come
you don't.
on, man. Okay. Well, anyways. Yeah. Pretty fire. I'm probably watch some more either tonight or probably tomorrow morning. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much me, Naruto. That's about it. Jmanks, you go ahead. What you been doing last week?
Oh crap. Huh? Wait, huh?
Yeah. What you been doing last week, man?
I've been playing a little bit of 2K. Mainly, I've been doing my schoolwork. I'm trying to get them grades up, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Like for school is pretty useful. Kids, make sure you stay in school. School is not for you to drop out, even though it's very hard. Take it from me. I hate school, but it actually gets fun. Like if you have a fun teacher, it she makes it fun. So it's like,
It could be, but that
yeah,
depends on the teacher. But like, you could also
yeah.
have a
The
really
teacher makes it
bad
cool. The
teacher.
students make it cool. You just need to like all around. School is okay if you have friends, but if you don't have friends, it's gonna be very sucky.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yep. Okay. Well, that's what you've been doing. Emerald Whitehorn, what you been doing like last week, man?
The past week I've been doing stuff like marching band with the band for my school, and
I see you.
I've also been trying to work on a few different types of videos coming up soon.
Ooh, eye emoji. Oh
Ooh.
yeah. Yeah, he's got some
Yeah,
pretty cool
you know which
stuff
one I'm
coming, man.
talking about.
He's got some pretty cool stuff coming, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
bro. Hey, man, y'all should check his channel out. Emerald Rhyhorn 99. Oh shoot, I forgot to plug. Shoot, we'll plug after. Uh,
Alright.
alone. Tell us what
Humble.
you've been doing last week, man. What you been doing?
focus on school for a bit.
Yes,
Gotcha,
sir.
man.
Getting them grades.
I get my grades
Okay.
up, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
I only play in the weekends sometimes.
Dang, only on the weekends?
Yeah, sometimes.
Dang. Sometimes. So sometimes you play on the weekdays?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Everyone getting their grades up, man. I'm already stacked, my guy. I'm doing great, man.
Cause you listen in school. I mean, I do too, but it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Well, Goku, what you been doing last week, man?
Last
It's
week,
thirsty.
really cool stuff. Getting ready for my birthday, which is tomorrow. You know, the good
Yo,
vibe.
his birthday is
Happy early
tomorrow,
birthday.
yo. Yeah, happy early birthday, man.
Hey, thank you, bruh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll plug ourselves in. Vbatteries here. Vbatteries on everything. There may or may not be a space in between V and batteries. We got the podcast on Spotify now, and if you're listening on Spotify, come over to YouTube, I guess, if you're interested.
Well, if
Some
you're at
content over
my
there.
school, you can't really go to YouTube, and
I
I mean
mean,
you
yeah, that's
can.
true, but
Make it
like,
stop,
I
but
don't
like
know, man. Anyways, yeah, okay, look. So there's on YouTube, um, you can get a different experience with the podcast if you're like really bored. If you're like really bored and you're listening to the podcast and just like look at the YouTube version because it's got background gameplay. So that's something. There's also other content there on YouTube. But if you're on YouTube, check out Spotify. Just pop that on when you're playing the game, man. When you're playing Fortnite or whatever else. I don't know, PUBG. Nah, nobody plays PUBG these days.
Yeah.
exactly.
No offense if you do, man. No offense if you do. I respect everybody.
PUBG is
Call
bad.
of
I'm kidding.
Duty.
I'm kidding. I'm
I don't know
kidding.
what y'all
Sponsor
play.
me. Sponsor me.
Okay, you want to sponsor
Ooh.
PUBG, man? Nah,
I
bro.
said I'm kidding.
Nah, bro. Not after what you said that one time, man.
What you mean?
Okay, man. Never mind. Look. Okay, so that's my stuff. Also,
You mean to
Big
tell me I was
Hammy
telling the truth?
Hamster 00F on TikTok, and then yeah, Boys in the Back podcast on Spotify. I gave an extra long introduction there. You
We're
go
pretty
ahead,
stupid.
Jmanks. Plug
Hey
yourself.
yo, what up? It's Jmanks. It's on Twitch. Also
Yeah.
Instagram.
I'm
I also
I'm a
got a
Twitch too,
backup
and
Instagram, my
Instagram.
boy. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
also got a backup Instagram. It's also the same thing. And y'all should go follow it. Snapchat,
Yeah,
I don't
man.
really get that out. Uh Twitch, it's Jmanks. I think it's with an 8, maybe. And it's not
Yeah.
whatever the other freaking name is. There's like some other kid that's trying to, like, I don't know. It's some other kid. I don't know. And it's like, it. Ooh, ooh, that was nice. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
playing Madden right now. That was nice.
all right.
And yeah, it's some other kid that's trying to like represent me, or not really, but like he plays his own thing. But it's J Max. It's weird because I made my name up. I'm like, what? Somebody else made that name up too? But yeah. Basically J Max on everything. And on TikTok, I think it's Jmanks. Usually
Okay.
with an 8. Maybe if you can't find him, Jmanks, type it with an 8.
May or may not be with an A. Anyways, Emerald Rhyhorn, plug yourself.
Alright. I got a YouTube channel, Emerald Rhyhorn 99. And I also have Twitch, Emerald Rhyhorn 99. And I upload on there sometimes.
Is your
But mostly
Discord
on YouTube.
name the same as your YouTube and Twitch?
Discord is the same, yes.
Okay, so listen, guys.
Everything's the
A
same.
lot of people have trouble spelling his thing. So that's EMROLDRHYHORN 99. That
And if you
is
have
Emerald
issues with
Rhyhorn.
that, put an
If
at
you
symbol in
got
front of the E.
issues, there's a link in the description of a YouTube video. So yeah, go check them out there. Alone in Pain, plug yourself.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if anyone hear about this, but like there's a new card coming out soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, that's Vanguard. I really pre-ordered that. $100.
Why
Yeah.
don't pre-order a
You know?
game that's haven't even came out yet?
And the
I mean, look,
Battlefield.
I agree with you. Like, I would do that, but like, say it for 2K in perspective, right? 2K wasn't like if it wasn't good, then like you just pay for a game that wasn't good, you know?
I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
I guess the difference is like I don't know necessarily if this is specifically the case. Like I know for a fact, like obviously, like you said, if a 2K is bad, then you're probably gonna play the last one. Then, but like for his case, Call of Duty lasts longer, like maybe a
yeah,
couple
but it
years
can
at
also be
least. So
bad.
like you pre-order and then you get all the bonuses or whatever, and plus you can probably refund it anyways. Can you? Can you refund pre-orders? Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Not after they came out. I think. I don't know.
My thing is you have to put a lot of trust in that company and make a good game if you're gonna pre-order it.
I mean, yeah. Probably.
Got a
Well, anyways,
lot
what
of
else? What you got to plug though?
stuff.
Dirty C, like
Yo,
shout
like
yourself out.
TikTok 1.5K, almost, almost there.
Ooh,
Just need like, let's see, just a few people, just a few.
you gotta tell the people what your TikTok is, man.
Bro, it's I think I changed it, bro. I'm not sure.
Dang, man.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
give them both.
it's called TheyLuv.Alone. You know.
Is the love spelled like it is in Discord?
Yeah,
LUV.
yeah.
Okay, they LUV dot alone on TikTok, man. He does Call of Duty clips, man. He's pretty cracked at Call of Duty, man.
Yes, sir. He hits 360 no scopes
Yeah, man. He actually
while he was
does.
bouncing on the
Legit.
trampoline.
All right, Goku, plug yourself.
Basically TikTok UFO_Kari05.
Is that it?
That it?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's all he's got then. Well, after that, pretty good stuff, honestly. That is quite the introduction. Our bad. This is
Yes,
the
sir.
first time having a lot of these people on. Since like several months ago when there was just a drought of podcasts, no podcast for a while. Um, Whew. Anyways, this is kind of a weird one. This is being recorded on September 22nd. So that's something. I have a lot of topics. That's why we're doing it on such a random day. Um, middle of the week here. And we're gonna get into the main thing here. So I was it's basically an argument. I told Jmanks about this, and
Oh yeah.
this is gonna be a big thing here. We're just gonna stem off into several. Maybe no, we'll not. We'll start off. No, we gotta start off on this one. Okay, so basically pretty crazy, but we're getting right into this. So I was talking with well, not really talk. So at lunch, there's these few people that I sit with, right? And they basically accused MGK of being a pedo.
If y'all
So
don't know who that is, Machine Gun Kelly.
yeah, he squabbled with Eminem, man, and recently Slipknot, but that's not the main thing here.
Slipknot?
Yeah, you
He's
didn't know?
crazy. He's crazy.
Hold on, how do you
He's
guys
Yeah,
crazy.
just slip
that's
on it?
what people said. He was squabbling with him, man. He like disrespected him.
Listen
I
to
don't know,
Slipknot,
man.
like,
That's his thing, though.
I listen to Slipknot
Uh,
at least once a day.
Dang, man. Okay, well, I've never. I would. It's probably pretty crazy, but I don't think I've ever listened to. I've never listened to them. I might have heard it before, maybe, but yeah, that's probably bad on me. But anyways, we'll talk about a couple of these things. So basically, I saw a Twitter thread, right, that debunks a lot of these things because of the fact that, like, a lot of the points brought up on why he's a pedo were tweets that were pretty old, and that's pretty much all that they had to go off of. And plus, I don't think they liked his music much anyways, which is a minus for him. So, I guess I'm just gonna go on to this thread and talk about all of the tweets that people were talking about. Now, I don't think this is like a new thing. I think this is something that people who just physically don't like him, just hop on to, you know, give more hate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, what do you guys? Well, before I get onto this thread, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Based off of like I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this from the start?
I mean, I already told you what I thought earlier. It's based. Wait, hold on. What was I finna say? I completely forgot what I was finna say.
Oh man.
It's depends on like how it is. Like if he said, like you read me what he said, but like if I'm gonna just act like you didn't read me what he said, but if he
Okay.
said like some suspicious stuff, then that's kind of bad. So like if he said like something like, "Oh, you like little kids" or something, that's kind of weird. That's
Yeah, that's definitely
kind of
weird.
pedo-ish. But like if he didn't say nothing like that, then like it's
Okay,
he's
actually,
19.
let's get straight into this. All right, let's get straight into this. Let's establish right now. Wait, actually, let me see how old he is specifically. I think he's like 32 or something. Hold on.
21
31.
years
He's
old.
31. Yeah. So he's 31 years old. So let's clarify that. And then we're going to talk about the tweets without, like, okay, so we're just going to say it, okay? Now, there's going to be some clarification after each one, but just give me your initial thoughts on each of them, okay? So, okay. So, okay, so the first one was yeah. Okay, I'll not say the first one. I'll say the second one, or no, not the second one. I'll say the third one. This is the main one that was brought up in the arguments uh at my lunch table. So anyways, it was basically oh shoot. Okay, so he said in a tweet from okay, actually no. He said in a tweet, right? That 13, 14 and 15-year-olds are hot. Now, what do you
And
guys
he
think of
was
that
and he was
initially?
what age? He was what age?
He's 31
No,
years
what do you guys?
old.
Okay, what do you guys think of that
No.
initially, without any other context? What do you guys think of that initially,
He's
as
weird.
a 31-year-old?
That is weird. Like that is like
He's weird.
That's kind of
Dirty
Like,
C, what do you
that's
think?
that is wrong.
Okay,
What's
Goku,
up?
what do you think?
Peter?
Weird, right?
Just flat out weird, man.
Okay, now I'll give you guys the context. Yeah, man, this guy is disgusting. He's a pedo. Wait a second. This was from 11 or 12 years ago. And he was 19 at the time, which is actually pretty freaking. Like, that doesn't necessarily, like, make
It
all of
doesn't
this
clarify.
good. It doesn't make all of this.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not really clarifying, or not clarifying. Never mind. I said the
It
wrong
doesn't.
word.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll put it this way. Just because he was 19 at the time and said this about 13, 14, and 15-year-olds does not mean that oh he's a perfect person now. It clears him of everything. He's such a good character or something like that. That doesn't necessarily mean that, but it's less worse. Obviously, it'd be
Yeah.
really bad. And plus, another thing is like obviously like with a lot of these things actually I was gonna say this earlier. So like with a lot of these things, and then we're gonna get into some like topics that were in the podcast that never came out pretty soon. So um anyways, yeah, so basically one reason like they were just so like down on they were so ready to call him a pedophile, but the thing is like people throw these accusations around so much these days, and like that could pretty like that could screw somebody's life a little bit, yeah.
What you mean?
I
It
kind of feel like
maybe.
that goes back
Yeah,
It
it
to
could.
would.
It would, man. It would. See, like I want to give them at least like a little bit of a chance. I don't want to just like throw stuff around without knowing the full context.
that's the
Like
thing with a lot of people nowadays. Like they just read it
you know
online. They
what?
don't actually go
One
back and
thing that a
fact
lot of
check it.
people do, one thing that a lot of people do is they go back and dig for stuff that happened like 10 to 15 years ago, and then they like
Exactly. Hold up.
punish the guy as it is today. Like things were different back then.
Let me include that. Um, I don't know if this was on podcast or not, or we were just talking. But the H to the layers thing. You remember talking about that?
Shoot. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think that was yeah, that was in the deleted one, I think.
Yeah. That was a while ago. So like, basically, H to the layers. I'm gonna just make this very fast. H to the layers got like called out by Omrecker for being like a pedo because apparently um okay, I'm trying to make this as safe as for school as possible.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but basically, H2 Delirious got on the phone with a girl, and business went down, and they tried basically Marcel. Basically, I do work, and some other people was on the other side with the other girl. The girl was like 17, and they tried to get H2 Delirious to show his face, and it didn't really happen. Stuff got into it, and
Well, you
that's pretty
say
much it.
they. Does that mean Ohm tried to see his face?
No, I don't think
Okay.
Ohm. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I
Gotcha.
think that's
So
what
it's just
like
some
they
weird.
figured
It
it
just
could have
sounds
grew.
weird.
Yeah. I'm just
Anyways,
trying to
yeah,
make it
there's
clear.
all these situations that are brought up. Like, was this brought up at the time or like way later?
From what?
Like the H2O delirious situation, was that like it happened, but how much later was it brought up?
Oh, it was brought up like this year.
Oh, well, when did it happen? Like several years ago?
Yes, like
Oh, well then
several.
that's a
I
yikes.
think
See,
when it
that's
was
a
like
yikes. This is what we're talking
one.
about. Like this stuff
I
comes
think when
out
he was
so
like
much
20.
later. Like yikes, man. Like these tweets, like MGK stuff. This is old, dude. And people are calling him a pedo now. Like obviously, 19 to with the lowest age he said, which was like 13, is bad. But like another thing is that yeah, well, a couple things to clarify here. Yeah, in essence, that's bad if you assume the worst possible thing that he could do with the 13-year-old, which that's the worst case scenario. Also, he was 19 at the time, which is not as bad as like 30 now.
I mean, yeah,
Plus,
it's still bad,
plus
but like
this
it's
was
not
like
as bad.
he changed. People can change in that time, obviously. That's like
True.
10 plus years. Also, Obviously, he doesn't think that now because he has a child. He has a wife, man. He doesn't think like that anymore. He's not a pedo. Anyways, yeah, like that's oof, yeah, that age thing obviously isn't good, but
But yeah,
he's
and
changed.
also when
He's
I brought
changed.
up earlier with Vbatteries, these anime people are like 15, 16, sort of like 14 maybe. I think the lowest is 12. And these writers are making them like they look like they 20 or something, you know? Like I don't think
Bruh.
Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth is only. Dang, how old is Elizabeth? I forgot. I forgot how old Elizabeth was from Seven Deadly
Bruh.
Sins. Or dang, who's young that
No,
looks like they're older?
My Hero Academia is like 16 or something like that.
What about Tintin? How old was Tintin?
Now in Boruto, she's like in her 30s, 40s, but in Shippuden, she's like 16 to 17.
So that means
Okay,
they must have
well,
been fine when they were like 10. Jeez.
my gosh.
Wait,
Anyways, the case is, there's anime characters that look pretty young and they have some interesting features, man. Interesting features. Anyways, yeah, that's the situation. But
Interesting.
I wouldn't, like I said earlier, I wouldn't necessarily tie the anime thing with this situation because this is a bit more serious here. Like I'm getting trashed like every day here for like wanting to know the full story. That's what I like to do with a lot of these things. Like I feel like the people who've been arguing with me then look at both sides. That's what I like to do with a lot of things. Whether or not whether I'm on the good side, believing in the good side or the bad side, or what's made out to be that I mean like what's it made out to be. Like what's made out to be the good side and what's made out to be the bad side. Because obviously, like I was man. Like these accusations really don't hold up now that you're looking at them. Like these are several years ago. He's got a family. Why
I
would
mean,
he
yeah,
be
it's
a
still bad,
pedophile?
but like it's not
It's still bad, but this was
like he's
forever
thinking
ago, man.
different.
This is old stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have. We'll try to wrap this up. Like as much as I get trashed for these things, I don't wanna go too much more into this. I mean, I guess that I can,
Okay.
but I'll finish it up. I'll finish it up here.
I mean, I
Let's see.
agree
There
with
were a
what you
couple
said
other
about
things.
arguments. Like, you can't win one side without having to look at the other side. You have to look at
Yeah,
both
but do you
sides.
do you, do you agree with the statement that he's not a pedo? Like after the fact, like
Yeah, I mean, that was
knowing
like
how long ago it
10 years
was
ago.
and his
Yeah.
situation now. Yeah.
You
Anyways,
take that like out
he
of
didn't say
context with his
yeah,
age.
he didn't say he
Then,
was gonna fluff somebody either. He just said that they were hot, which is also weird. But like he
yeah.
didn't like he's not going out and fluffing people, man. It's just something weird that he said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see what else there was. There were like two more things. He said something weird about Eminem's daughter, which was 9+ years ago, and he didn't know how old she was. And
How old
like
was
said, he
Eminem's
was like,
daughter?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Because
But
isn't Eminem's daughter like 30 something? Maybe
I
40?
I really don't know, man. I really don't know.
Hold up, let me search it up. Hold up, let me. Uh, I I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, and here's the other big thing. Here's the only other thing that they brought up at the table. Like they were mainly just calling him a pedo, not necessarily going in detail. So here's the last thing that was brought up briefly, like just said, but they didn't necessarily know what they were talking about. Okay, so here's what we have. He almost called 18-year-old Kendall Jenner hot when he was 23. Almost. And that's 5 year age difference. She's 18, he's 23. This was 9+ years ago, and he didn't necessarily say that she was hot. He almost did. Okay. So yeah, that's
25 and 19. Wait,
20
19?
no,
She?
23 and 18.
No, I'm talking about Eminem's daughter.
Oh, wait, what? How old is she
Yeah.
now?
Uh, there's Whitney and Haley. Do you think he was talking about Haley or
Probably.
Whitney?
How old is she?
Yeah. I was
Haley's
watching a
25.
thing the other day about that. Yeah,
25. 9 years ago, maybe. Oh, dang. she was probably like 15. And when was
Years
how old
ago,
was
she was
he?
16, 9 years ago.
Oh my gosh. Okay, dude. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, this was like 9-year situation. Wait, how old is she right now? 25, and he's 31. So that's 5-year age difference again. So I don't know.
Not bad, but like kind of bad.
Whatever. The whole situation is kind of bad. Anyways, the general idea is that he's changed from then. Obviously, he's not a pedo because he has a family and a kid. Okay, he's got a kid. He's got a wife. Okay. So there's that, and yeah, he's changed, man. And plus, like, I don't know. Bottom line, he's changed. We can all agree that if he would have said those things now, that's disgusting. But and it wasn't great back then either, but he's changed, okay? Things were more acceptable to say back then, but yeah, I don't know.
Just realized Taylor was born on Christmas.
She was.
Dang,
Yeah, her birthday is
wow.
December 25th, 1995.
That's crazy.
And anyways, like further into that line, like I guarantee they would start talking about like at my lunch table, he'll start talking about like well pretty much just like the how not right it is anyways with it being 19 and however else old, but like um that gets into the topic of like what what is legal and what is acceptable, do you think? Like
I think if they're like 19, they can really go date to somebody who is 16
yeah, that's what
at
I was
max.
thinking. I was thinking like 16 maybe.
Maybe
But yeah,
15 and a
also
half.
here's a little bit of other context. Here's a little bit of other context for some of these things, like the 18-year-old thing when he was like 23 or whatever. A couple of these topics, basically, where he lives, the age of consent was 16, so that's another thing, another factor. Okay, so I'm sure that makes things a lot different actually in his perspective if you think about it.
Yeah,
But
for him it seems
for
normal, but
him,
other people
things are
it'll
different.
sound weird.
Yeah, yeah. This goes to the Call Me Carson thing. You guys know about that? He got in trouble for talking to someone who was like shoot, what was she? I don't even know, man. Dang, man, it's been so long since that happened.
Was she 18?
No, bro, I don't even know. I think I think that was the case. I don't know. I think it was like he was 18. Hold on. Let me look it up. Call Me Carson, age difference. Call me. It was a gap of 2 years. It was 17 and 19 actually. It
Bro,
was
that's not a
17 and
case.
19. Exactly, bro. Everyone got mad at that, man. But
That's so whack.
one
That's not a
thing about
case,
that,
bro.
is like a lot of people would cling on to that, but like one the only point, the good point that they have against that is the fact that like he's a content creator, right? And like that could like pressure people into like or that would just make people want to be with him anyways, I guess. Right? Like someone who you look up to, I guess a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know, man. But then there's another thing, like how bad would this be if it was like if they were both 3 years older, you think?
It wouldn't be
I
bad
don't I
because
don't think it'd be a problem
literally
with that.
parents. Hold on, let me just say this. Most parents are like 25 and like 30. So like, what is that a case? No, it's not a case.
Yeah,
It's just if
that's
you're
another thing.
younger than
There's some like 5-year age gaps, I guess, like between like parents and stuff. Like obviously, like it looks more and more like I'm defending MGK, but like it's kind of it's in general this is just a rough thing, a rough topic here. It just is, but like I mean that's also different from adult age gaps, I guess, because it's all like in the same kind of category, I guess you could say. Like they're all pretty much in the same general
I
area
mean,
as
yeah,
to
but
where
like
you
the
could say like
19-year-old is
13, like when you're younger, like as you grow up, like you change a lot. Like obviously you could say like freaking 4 years to 7 years, big difference, really big difference there. And then you got like 7 years to 12, and then you have 12 to 15, 15 to 18, I guess. Those are all big differences. So yeah, I don't know. Smaller age gaps for younger people. Yeah. I don't know, but this was a long time ago. Let me see. I think there was something else. I think there was one more thing. Let's not talk about this. We'll talk about the Call Me Carson thing in a little bit. Actually, what? Hold on. Let me see. I think there was one more thing to cover here. Okay. Bottom line, we'll wrap this up here. And I'll have you guys give finishing thoughts when I'm done. Bottom line, this was like 10, like 9+ years ago for everything. He wasn't 31 while saying this to the people. This was 9+ years ago, so him and the other person were low. And the 9 and the 12, shoot, it was 13, 14, and 15 in that post. Um shoot. In that post he was shoot. What was it? You gotta help me out here, Jmanks. My mind is fogging up.
19.
No, he was 19, but anyways, it's a different time. A lot of stuff happened. He said that here's what I was gonna say. He only said that they're hot. He didn't say anything farther than that. He didn't suggest that he was gonna do anything. This was not 9+ years ago. He's changed. Like I said, once again, he's got a family. He's got a kid and a wife. Yep. And then you have the 1823 situation or whatever. That's whatever. I don't see that as an issue at all. And he didn't even do anything. He just almost said that she's hot. And then I think that's it. We might have said something else, but who even cares at this point? Bottom line, I keep saying bottom line, but anyways, big thing. He's changed. It was a while ago. He said some stupid stuff, but he didn't like do anything. He didn't act crazily. He didn't do anything too crazy. He just said a few things that were weird. He's changed, and that's about it. What do you guys have to think about that? We'll start with Jmanks. Entire topic. What do you even think about that stuff?
I just think you should just go around like throwing that word out without
Yeah,
context.
definitely. You can ruin somebody's life with that. That's why I want to look at both sides, because you can screw someone over and people just literally like all it's thrown around so much, man. Like all these words like homophobic, racist, all these things, you can throw them around, they can screw somebody over. And you know what the big thing about this is? I think I heard this in a podcast, another podcast, but like anyways, the big thing about this is if you think about it, obviously more people care about bad news than they care about good news. So people are
Okay.
gonna hear the bad news, and then there's gonna be some people that believe it forever. This that's irreparable, man. So
Well, the reason why everybody listens to the bad news over the good news is so they have reasons to gossip about it.
I don't know specifically about that, but like, it's just what people are interested in. I mean, like you'd rather hear about like it's just what gets there. Like people, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Nobody if there's a shooting or something, a shooting compared to I don't know, somebody donating thousands of dollars to something like obviously I don't know how to explain it. And it doesn't matter. It's just how it is. People look at the bad news instead of the good news. People just do. But if something says something that's incorrect and it gets out there, people are gonna believe that forever. It's just how it is. Some people.
He's not
Even
wrong.
even if the truth does come out, it's just how it is. Like it could literally be proved that the truth, that whatever people thought was the truth is wrong, and there's just because of how it is, how many people saw that, it's just gonna be people who never know the truth, or just like, I don't know. It's a yikes there, big yikes. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I
Don't ruin
got
somebody's
a
life.
topic.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let people give their thoughts on it first.
Alright.
Emerald Rhyhorn, do you have anything else to add? You just added a little bit though. So
For me, I kind of feel like the thing with like MGK and Carson is like, it seems like the guys are in trouble a lot more for it than anybody else out here. Like, especially for like music and content creators nowadays. They're just bringing up the old news. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's kind of oof.
Yeah. And then like with MGK's tweet about what he said, he's only like 19 at the time, which was like a 4-year difference.
You know what?
And
Now that I think about it, do you think it would be as big of a deal if it was like a female creator and it was like
oh,
a
Yeah.
boy like a couple years
Yes.
younger?
Yes. Yes.
So do you think it would be less of a deal, as big of a deal, or greater of a deal?
I don't think it
I
would be
think
as
it would be
bad.
more. It wouldn't be greater, but it would be more.
More? I don't think it would be more of a deal because like I
No,
think
never mind. It's not
in
gonna be.
my mind
No.
obviously it's
Never mind.
equal, but I would say less because of the fact that like
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah, it would be less.
like I
Never
don't
mind. I
know,
have my
man.
mind switched around.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, well, I guess we'll keep this. I'll replace the R word with fluffing. You guys know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. So, in a case where somebody would be fluffing somebody else, obviously, like in any kind of like uh situation, the girl would, or shoot, I don't know. In any abusive relationship, I guess, like I guess you can kind of understand the direction I'm coming with all these things that can't continue because of like, it's just a bunch of words jumbled together, and I'm having trouble here. But you guys can understand this. Basically, like obviously in an abusive situation, like it would be assumed probably that the guy was doing this, and in the case that the girl was doing it, they'd probably see it as less of a deal, like playing around, like another thing to
Ooh,
go off that
deep,
is like I
deep.
saw a post or something. Listen, I gotta continue off of this, right? So like someone made a post, right, and they were like, oh, if you call a girl cute, it's like you're disgusting. You're like messing with them, like being perverted. And then if you call them ugly, then you're the worst person in the world. So you can't really. Yikes, man. Just yikes. Wait, let everyone else get their thing, but just remember your topic, alright, Jmanks? Dirty
It's
C, what did
literally
you think
off of
about
what
all
you
of
was
that?
gonna say.
Yo, Dirty C, what do you think of all that, man? Alone in pain. Dang it, Dirty C. Yo, Goku. Oh, yeah.
I think
He's
he's
muted.
not.
Bro, I don't even know at this point.
Well, you at least agree that MGK is not as bad as it seemed at first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have Goku. What did you think of all that? It's a big blob. It's probably hard to pay attention, but what do you think of all that?
Nah, it's like I don't know.
Well,
I
you
going
definitely think, huh?
going multiple places on this, and I don't know.
Well, you definitely think that that he's chilling at a better spot than he was before, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. Yeah,
Okay, it's not as bad of a situation as it seemed at
yeah,
first, without the context and everything.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's the bottom line. It's better than it actually seems. He's not a keyword. I'm done saying that word. Let's just. Oh yeah, I'm done with that topic. We lasted that for a while. Anyways, whew, J Mace, what was your topic?
About the women hitting people or hitting
Oh
the
yeah,
dudes,
that
right?
was this topic. Okay, this is
So
hmm.
I got a real question for the dudes that's in here. If we had a female, I'll be asking the female too. But say that you're getting like beat up constantly, right?
Sure.
Like you're constantly getting beat up, no matter what's going on, and you put your hands back on her. Is that bad? Like, would that be bad to do?
Uh, like, uh,
Like,
I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes, so I don't get flipped over right away. But
oh my
like
gosh.
in more specific situations, though, like, it depends on the situation, right? Because obviously, like, oh man, quite the topic here. Yeah. Uh, it really depends on like the situation and your background, I guess. Because like, um, oh shoot. You know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. There's this guy named Trainwrecks, right? I listen to his podcast sometimes. I haven't been listening to it much recently, but and that's where I get some of my topics from, man. I like his content and stuff. Pretty cool. But anyways, like um shoot, where was I gonna go with this? Yeah, he said he would like no matter what, he would never put his hands on a girl. Okay. And
Yeah.
even if it came to like a life or death situation, he would like just subdue them, like not kill them or anything. Just like yeah, just like I don't know, get them
Okay,
unconscious or
look.
whatever.
Okay, now let me say this.
Yeah.
I feel like a dude should be able to. It's like if he's getting beaten, like with a black eye, I'm not. I'm not gonna be the dude that's gonna be like, okay, I'm just let myself get beat
Well, I
by
mean,
my girlfriend. What, bro?
well,
You
that's
got me
straight up
messed up.
abuse, my guy. I mean, like,
I mean, think about it. I heard this before. If dang, I don't remember the thing for it, but it was like if a girl is like manly enough to put her hands on you, she is manly to get them manly hands. Okay, but like it was like something
no
like
way.
it was something in that sort of like thing. But it's
The manly hands, man.
like
Yo.
they should like it should like at least be fair.
Hmm. Well, just because of the fact that like men are stronger, obviously, it's just like this is not like ah. I've been really trying to avoid a lot of things, but like uh, I feel like
I
some
mean, yeah,
random
men are
people would
stronger,
like
but I'm
pull.
not gonna get
It's
beaten.
just physically how it is, yeah. But like
Like
yeah,
what,
I don't
bro?
huh? What are you talking about?
What's that? I mean, yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean
yeah,
like
men are stronger, but I'm not gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
myself beaten for it. No, bro.
Oof. Well, I mean, it's such a rough topic here again. Man, I definitely don't think they should like. Oh man, I mean, it's kind of like I don't think it should be anything crazy like definitely no law or anything. Like that would get everybody going crazy, man. Like talking about in some case where just saying straight up like a man can hit a woman in this case, I feel like that's just a situation of like if your life is in danger, you can fight back, obviously.
Yeah, of course,
Like
but
if your
like,
life is endangered, but also like I don't know, man. I mean, I think in either situation, like a man getting beaten up or a woman getting beaten up, like that could happen on both sides. And I feel like that's just like obviously I feel like this is already solved, Like
I mean,
if
men shouldn't put their hands on women anyway.
yeah. Well,
It's just
neither
if
should put their
he,
hands on the other anyways. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying, but like if a man is getting beaten,
If
there's
okay,
nothing
look.
else you can physically do.
Uh, well, this
I
is
mean,
like a
yeah, you
whole
can walk
abuse
away,
thing.
but
I
how
mean,
much?
you can go and get some help. Like that's what I would assume either side would do if they're getting beaten. That's what they should do. Like, but
I
I
mean,
definitely
yeah,
wouldn't
you can
say
break
any
up with
other
them, but guess what?
rules like, oh, men are allowed to hit women or anything like that. Like back. Like
I mean, like if it's playful, like if
if it's
it's like
playful,
say for
sure, but
yeah.
like if you're talking it really depends as well. Like I'm really trying my best to like not get into some controversy here, like and seem like some kind of a woman beater with a white
No, no,
tank top,
no.
man.
Look, I'm not going.
Like,
Like, I'm not a woman hitter, but I'm saying if I
yeah,
was in a relationship and I was getting abused, I
yeah.
will do some not getting abused anymore. You know,
Okay,
like
sure, but like, to what extent though? To what extent are we talking
to
about?
what extent? What you mean? Like to what extent? To the point like
Hold on.
nah,
No
just to the
way.
point that she's not gonna hit me no more. I
Okay,
mean,
but
not
like,
like physically, like
okay, so
beating her to like
no, I
near
mean
death, but like
to the extent like what would drive you to that? What specific point would drive you to that? Like is she just gonna like hit you once, or is she gonna hit you like
no,
10
I mean
times or
like
something, and you're gonna be blocking, and she's just gonna keep going even though you say to stop, or
I
like
mean like
what's going on?
so say that you're walking away. So the first
Sure.
like 10 times you're walking away, you're going to your mom's house, you're chilling at your
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
house. You come back, y'all like then like for 2 straight months, she is just abusing you for no reason at all, for no reason, and you're just getting abused. Then I'm gonna put my foot down. I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta do something so I don't get abused. But like, it's other thing of like, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman, but like, it comes to an extent, like, cause I'm not trying to get abused all my life with this girl. I mean, yeah, you can like break up with them, but what if they're crazy? What if they're crazy?
I don't know,
And then that's
restraining
your
order,
friend.
man.
Yeah, but how much is that gonna do though?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's found out that the restraining order is broken, don't you think like they go to further measures?
No.
No, like
They're
no,
gonna, okay,
like
well, they're gonna go to court, but the restraining order is gonna get broken regardless. Cause look, even if they can just creep around,
hmm. Oh man, what a topic. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like this is a whole situation of I feel like this is already solved in a way. You know, like in either case. I feel like it's the same for both, but like obviously men are obviously it's just how it is. Like our bodies, is stronger. Anyways, like it's just how it is, man. I think for both sides, like I definitely wouldn't say any kind of rule, like because that would be really probably bad. Like no kind of rule where men can beat women, that would be really bad, or hit them back. Or hit them back. And sir, this is such a Emerald
if I
Rhyhorn,
look,
talk
look,
a little
I'm
bit
just
about
saying this.
this.
I'm just saying this. If I'm getting abused, I gotta put my foot down.
Okay, you gotta put your foot down, but what exactly does that mean, right? Does that mean that you're just gonna like you're gonna try to talk about it first, right? Like, well, in this case, why would you even be with them? Like, that's straight up
That's
abuse.
what I'm
That's like the
saying.
other side. Like,
That's what I'm
there definitely
saying.
shouldn't be any rules for this. I feel like I'm gonna say it again. I'm not trying to seem like some crazy person or anything. I'm chilling, man. I'm chill. I'm not trying to get into anything.
Exactly.
I
Yeah, I'm
wouldn't do
chilling. I'm
anything
just
like
asking a
that.
question.
Anyways, like it's just I feel like this is already solved. No more rules need to be added. I personally just think it's solved as it is. Just if you're getting abused, go get some help. It's just as simple as that for both sides. Definitely just try to go get some help.
I agree with that.
Um, yeah. What do you have to say about all of this? Dirty AC?
I agree with you.
Dang, bro, y'all are dry, man. Bro, come on, man. Y'all got to
Like you
like,
got no input on it. Like you just gonna
man.
put up. So you saying this?
Alright, fine, I'll quit being a
I'm gonna ask
sponge.
one
I'll
of
open
y'all.
up.
Hey man,
Hold up,
hey
I'm gonna
man,
ask one of y'all like
Emerald
individually.
Rhyhorn had the most input out of all of the guests here.
Look,
I'm just,
look,
Amen.
I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
just
I'm gonna
saying,
say this.
man.
So if you're, so I'm gonna ask each and every one of y'all. If y'all getting abused, what y'all gonna do?
Call 911.
Call? Yeah, okay. First
Okay, he's
thing.
gonna call someone. He's gonna get help. Okay, he's gonna get help. That's that. Okay,
So,
Goku, what would you do? You know what? Never mind. Maybe I don't want to
Yo,
know.
Yeah.
yo.
Yo, what
Yeah.
would you do? You would get help, right? You would get help, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you probably wouldn't put yourself in that situation anyways, but it's just
Yeah.
overall in this situation, most people are probably gonna like go for help rather than
Yeah,
like
I would
fight
just go for
back.
help.
I mean,
Uh,
depend on how like long y'all been together.
well, I don't think that would like really. I don't know, man. This is just a yikes. Like even if you, oh man, this is so crippling. Like, okay, so you're saying like, oh, you, how long have you? So is that like a sentimental thing? Like, oh, you've been with them for a while. You kind of love them, but they're abusing you. That's
Mhm.
not good. You should not be with them. That's just bad, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like you man, or I'm dipping,
When it
man.
goes to that, I kind of feel like you have to like kind of look at it like you've been for them for like years, and like they're just now starting to do this. Is it like something mental that's going on with them? Like they're really stressed
Maybe.
about something. That's the only way they're taking out their anger.
I
But
guess
either
try to
way,
work
like
it out.
if you're like
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say try and either one work it out, or two, if you're like currently getting abused, I'd try and like if you have to shove them out of the way, get out of the room, and call someone, or just give them their time alone.
Definitely. Definitely.
I mean,
But
look, y'all make some valid points. I'm not even gonna cat with you. Y'all make some valid points.
yep. Is that it? Is that all we got here?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay,
Like,
on to
yeah,
yeah. Well, we finish up here. Finish up your
yeah,
Jmanks topic.
yeah. No, it's raps, it's raps, it's raps.
All right, so it's done. Okay, so
Yeah.
enough with these big topics, man. We got the juicy ones out of the way. I'm ready to get into some not so serious stuff, and we'll probably have Alone and Goku actually talking about it because it's not some crazy, insane drama and rules and debates here.
Yeah.
Which is definitely what it would have been if the people who if both of the people who I invited showed up. Well, I mean, one of them is pretty chill, but I mean, they're both pretty chill, but like, it's just like this is the MGK situation. That probably would have been a whole downhill, couple hour thing. Anyways, we
World
finished
War
that up,
Three.
but oh man, no. Okay, hold on, 1 second here. 1 second. Okay. Next topic we have here. We got those out of the way. So good. Okay. So. I guess this is just a little thing, and what do you guys think about the game in general? But today is the anniversary of a pretty good game that I like, DDLC. Um, it's the fourth anniversary, 4 years, man. So what do you guys think about Doki Doki Literature Club? Have you guys ever played it? What do you guys think about it? My
I've
two
never played
potential
it,
Never
but I've
played
heard a
don't
little
give
bit
any
about
spoilers. Don't give any spoilers for anybody. But yeah, what do you guys think about it? Has it affected you in any way? You think it's pretty cool? Like, what are your thoughts about it? We'll start with Jmanks.
it. I've never played it. I've heard about it from you.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's pretty chill. I don't really like have nothing bad to say about it. It's pretty chill game.
yeah.
So,
All right, that's pretty much it there. Emerald Einhorn, you got anything to say about that? About DDLC, the fourth
I'd
anniversary?
say probably first thing to get off my chest about this is one, I've never played it, and two, the game's older than I thought it was because it feels like just yesterday it came out. And third thing
Yeah,
I want to talk
man.
about
Makes you
is
feel old, man.
yeah, it
I
does.
remember when that last sucker first came out, man. Everyone was talking about it. It was like the next Undertale, man. Like everyone
Yeah,
going crazy, man. What do you
it's
think
like
about?
Minecraft when you realize
Yeah,
it's 12 years old.
that's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's already been 4 years, man.
Yeah. The other thing is,
I don't
whenever I
know.
watch
I
you
mean,
stream, you made the game almost feel
yeah.
like it was even better than it was.
Oh dang. Wait. You saw my stream of that?
Oh
Oh
yeah, you used to.
no.
Yeah, every single stream I used to watch.
Oh yeah, you watched
Restarted,
someone's
I
stream
got
of
busy
that?
again.
Oh man, yeah, it was
Yeah.
fire. Like Edit, I remember. Oh man, I think Etika played it. Yeah, I watched some of his. It was
Mm.
fire. Oh man, and then a couple other people. But anyways, yeah, it was so fire. I remember just like playing through, or not playing through it, but I remember like watching so much of it, and I was so into it, and it was so cool to see. Like I really liked it, but obviously, a lot of these PC games I was never able to play. But now, like they're really like pushing their stuff to console, and it's really cool to see. Like Undertale actually, like we had a surge of like fire games coming to console. We had like
Hell yeah, bro.
Undertale, freaking
Hello Neighbor.
Hello Neighbor. Wait, I feel like that wasn't like that was a while back, but we had freaking no
Hell Neighbor
Undertale,
was pretty fun.
DDLC, a couple other games, PC games that just came over, which is really cool. It's really cool to see that. And anyways, yeah, DDLC was like it had a big part of my life. I would say it's pretty cool. It's just like yeah, it was really cool to play through the DDLC Plus because yeah, I mean it just was like getting to not replay not playing through the actual game because that was bad actually not the game but like I was playing it with like basically I was gonna stream it right because it's DDLC Plus, it just came out on console. I assumed people would be trying to watch that. Anyways, it ended up being like very long and I was like pretty reading through it pretty fast, and it was just it wasn't even me giving a reaction really. It's kind of just narrating the text. And plus Godzilla was there. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's pretty young and he's got a short attention span. So he kept talking about random stuff, and then he was asking when the good part's gonna happen, which I told him about. I was like, oh, there's a good part, there's a plot twist or something. Anyways, he was basically asking about that for a while, and it's pretty bad. And then anyways, that experience was bad, but the extra content was really fun for me. It was like several hours of content too, like 8 hours around there. Got to experience the game a little bit for myself, like actually for the first time, something I never saw before. Anyways, yeah, it was just so cool. What do you think about that, Goku? What do you think about DDLC? You got any
Never really played it.
Oh dang, man.
Wait, is it on
Played it?
Switch?
Yeah, it is, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. But
Because if it
yeah.
is, I might see if I can get
Hey
it.
man, maybe you should play it, do a reaction. That'd be pretty cool. Well, maybe not a reaction, but like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty cool for you to see. And
Who's
Undertale,
on
have you ever
there?
played Undertale or seen it, Goku?
I've seen it, but I've never played it.
I'm telling you, man, it'd be fire. Wait, have you watched the whole thing though, or just like
No,
seen a little bit about it? I'm
I've
telling you,
just
man.
seen a little
If
bit.
you,
All I know
bro,
from it is sands and papyrus. That's all I
I'm
know.
telling you, bro. It, like, like this. Even though it's really popular, man, I'm telling you, if you were to play through that
Mm.
sucker, man, like it would be really cool for you. Like,
Honestly, I'm gonna give it a try.
yeah, man, I think it's
If
pretty
I can
cheap.
get it tomorrow, I might give it a try.
Hey, man, it's
'Cause,
pretty cool. It's kind of like older though, old
yeah,
and like pixelated-ish, but it's pretty cool. You can do different choices. You can you can choose. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say anything. Yeah. There's a fighting system, but you can also choose not to fight, or you could do a mix. You can kill some and
So it's
that you
like
don't
Undertale.
like, and huh?
So it's like Undertale.
That is Undertale. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, it's on Switch from yeah. We were talking about DDLC, but that's a bit of a different thing.
yeah.
It's their 4th anniversary today. I just think that's a little cool thing. Anyways, yeah, man, Natsuki is the best Doki. For anybody who understands that. But yep. That's what we got for that quick little topic. We do have some more. It's not all like these small baby topics. There's gonna be some more stuff. Um, Last podcast or the one before we talked about like how the state of Plants vs Zombies is struggling. Plants vs Zombies, the game,
Oh,
is
you said the
kind of
new one?
struggling.
That one,
Plants vs Zombies 3.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, man, it's in portrait mode and you can't use the sunflowers actually. It's weird. I don't think I like it, but there's been some new gameplay about it and apparently that's this topic. It's in soft launch. I don't necessarily know specifically actually what that means, but that does mean that some people are able to play it. Actually, no, that's what that means. It's rolling out to different countries. It's in like New Zealand or something like that right now. But yeah, that's what we're looking at there. It's slowly rolling out. It's gonna be everywhere at some point, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. That's just yeah, there's not much to say there. If any of you guys have anything to say about that, like you probably don't. It's just like basic. Oh, Plants vs Zombies 3 is starting to actually roll out. You know, anybody have anything? Probably not.
Nah.
Making a third one? I did
Yeah,
not know
yeah,
about that.
yeah. They made a shoot. It was playable like a year ago. I know Zach Scott Games played it. I'm not saying playable as in like it was on the App Store or anything. It's just like
Yeah.
it's been a private thing for a long time, and
I
it's
thought they were
about to
done
be
after
public.
Garden Warfare 2 came out.
Oh no, man! Oh
Okay.
no, man! They made Battle for Neighborville, which was basically like Garden Warfare, basically like a Garden Warfare 3, but not really. It's kind of its
Yeah.
own thing. Obviously, if they made a Garden Warfare 3, I feel like they would have called it that. I
Yeah.
feel like because they took such a different approach on that kind of game, they called it something different. So maybe they would leave the possibility of Garden Warfare 3, which a lot of people want.
If they do
World
come
War
out
II
with
was
Garden
amazing.
Warfare 3, I think they can go into like almost esports type of area.
I feel like they could if they like. Oh
Ooh.
man, that would be fire.
Yeah.
Imagine Plants vs Zombies esports, man. I really feel bad that they like crippled their series, man. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, man. I love Plants vs Zombies 1, Garden Warfare 1, and then for me, Garden Warfare 2 was
It was alright.
it was alright,
I didn't
but
really care
That
for
was
the second
alright.
one.
I've never really
yeah.
played any of the Plants vs Zombies stuff.
And then you got Plants vs Zombies 2, which had tons of microtransactions. And if
Mhm.
you guys didn't know, they've actually literally been adding plants ever since the last time you played. If you've ever played Plants vs Zombies 2, they are literally still adding plants today. No cap. They are literally still adding plants, which a lot of them that they've been making recently, a lot of them are free and earnable, but they have made a good chunk. They're like $4, $4 to $6 or something like that. Probably $4, $4. But anyways, yeah, man, it's kind of sad because I kind of wish that. Now this is a crazy idea, but Plants vs Zombies 2 being on console, you know, that would be my hope because personally, like, it's got a lot of stuff to go through, like besides some of the, like, I feel like they should do that maybe, like some of the features scrapped out, like the basic, like play through the story and then the endless levels. But yeah, there's like a lot of replayability there, so yeah, I don't know, it's really cool, but I don't want to sit there and play that on my phone.
I think the
Gonna
first one out on console, right? The first Plants vs
Yeah,
Zombies.
the first one is on console, but I don't know if it was originally, but first one,
Mhm.
absolute masterpiece, man. That's my favorite game right there. Favorite game over everything. Oh, you like Fortnite, man? No, no, my favorite game is Plants vs Zombies, my guy. No cap, man. These old games, man. People probably think like how could one of those be your favorite game, man? Plants vs Zombies just is, man. It just is. It's like 8 hours long, a really dumb story, pretty goofy stuff, man. It's actually really good. Yeah.
We're talking about
Anyways,
old games and goofy stories.
yeah.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, man. Angry Birds is cracked. You know they've been
Angry
taking
Birds
some of
was a
their
game back then, bro.
yeah, man. Oh man, I remember playing on my
2011.
dad's phone, bro. Sheesh, man. I was playing like oh man, I played like the first maybe Angry Bird. Yeah, the first Angry Birds. First Angry Birds, maybe like Angry Birds. Shoot, maybe Star Wars. I remember I have Angry Birds Star Wars from my DS, man, my
I remember
3DS.
that. I remember
Yeah,
Dude.
doing that.
maybe I'll make a
Oh my
gameplay
gosh,
video for
bro.
Angry Birds 3DS,
Dude.
man. Imagine that
You
I
do
have
it.
that game on my 3DS, on my 2DS, whatever you want to call it.
thing.
But I haven't touched it in like who knows how long.
Yeah, man, Angry Birds is fire though, but you know what
Yeah.
was actually fire? Now listen to this. Here, yo, you guys are probably gonna agree 100% if you played this. Angry Birds Epic. Have you guys ever played that?
Nope.
Oh
Oh,
no,
come
I
on,
probably
man.
have.
Oh, come on, man. Man, I thought y'all be like, yeah, man, yeah, that game is fire, but y'all don't even know
I
what I'm
think I
talking
have it.
about.
Let me search it up real quick.
It's basically like it's got a story. There's
It's
different
a pink bird,
levels.
right?
Yeah. You fight pigs, but it's more of like I guess
Oh,
MMO thing.
oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
okay, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
remember
like
that now. Yeah,
yeah, you have to save the birds. They were like,
yeah.
yeah, it was really cool. I got really far, and then the saddest thing is I was actually like cracked that Angry Birds, and then they just stopped it. It's really sad because I think it was tied to that old Brave movie, But it's really sad that it was tied to that because of the fact that that's a one-time thing. I don't even think they made a sequel. It was done pretty fast. Like
Yeah.
that game was so good. I wish they didn't tie it to anything. It was just so good, masterpiece, man. If I could play it now, oh man. Actually, I probably
Did
wouldn't
you
do
ever play
much
the
now.
Angry Birds card game?
The what?
Huh? What about twerking?
Angry
What?
Birds used to
Angry
have
Birds
a
card game?
cart, like they used to have like a racing game.
Oh no way! No way, dude. Angry Birds Go, dude.
Angry Birds
No
Go, yeah.
way, dude. Yo, do you remember the telepods, dude? They would have
Yeah.
yeah, man, I remember buying one of those. I went to like a freaking Walgreens and then it was like this little telepod, man. What you would do is you would pull up, man, you would hop on the app and you could like scan these things into your game, bro. Scan the bird
Mhm.
and you could use them. It's pretty
I
crack.
remember
I got
that.
a
That's
I got
dope.
a Chuck with a race car helmet.
Fortnite.
Anyways, you know what else was cracked? I don't know if you remember this, but it was like early in the Angry Birds Go days. You know those power ups that they got, like the boost and whatever. They had a
Yeah.
goldfish boost and a State Farm, or no, it was a progressive boost. So those one of the other Farm or progressive. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. But anyways, it was pretty goofy, man. I remember like
Yeah.
freaking watching ads to get this goldfish boost. This would juice the goldfish in the back of my car, man. It was the
Yeah.
funniest, most cracked thing ever, man. That was just so good. The old days, man. Old Angry Birds Go, that was just so good. I remember playing online too. Oh my gosh, man, that game was just so good. Is it still playable? Probably not, man. That's sad. Hold on.
Might be. I remember growing up with they had a Angry Birds like an actual playset that you could get where it came with like the wood and the bricks and all that.
Dang, bro, Angry Birds Go isn't playable anymore either.
It's not?
No, bro, that's the sad thing about it too. Like they've been putting all these like older games eh, they've been putting them down, man. They put them down.
Yeah.
I'm
They
talking
put the
like
original down.
yeah, they literally put the original down. They put a whole bunch of them down for their newer experiences, and it was apparently because like obviously they had like it kind of makes sense in a way. They just have so many of these games up, they can't support them anymore, really,
Yeah.
which is
I
pretty
remember
sad. Like for the older devices or whatever, but like,
Mhm.
oh man, or maybe it's for the newer devices. Like they just can't keep updating them to fit. I don't know, man. Anyways, it's just like, yeah, sad
that's
situation.
how we went from Literature Club to Plants vs Zombies to Angry Birds.
And before that, we were on some serious debate stuff. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. Anyways, yeah. Oof. What do you guys is it? What? Shoot. Dirty C and Goku. What are y'all's thoughts on this Angry Birds stuff? What are y'all's thoughts about Angry Birds in general? Like all the
Bro,
games
Angry
that they
Birds
got.
was the game back then, bro. I'm telling you. I
Yeah,
used to
man.
play
Angry
that shit
Birds Star
every
Wars, man.
day,
That was
bro.
Yeah, that's
fire, bro.
fire.
My
I used
I'll
to
phone
play
still
I'm
that
is
shit
play
telling you,
it.
bro.
every
like
day, bro.
horrible.
Like I'll still
Angry
go.
Birds Star Wars, bro.
I'll still go through on my old tablet here and there and still hop on every once in a
No
while and
way,
just
man.
replay the
That's correct.
levels.
Yeah, man. It's so cool to see those birds be able to use the lightsabers, man. And
Yeah.
then like,
I
and then
wonder how they even hold them in the first place.
What's
And
their
then you got like
wings?
the. I remember there was like one level with Boba Fett, man. You had to kill him, like saber him and stuff, and he would like blast off and rocket some other stuff. That was so cool. No,
The Wubba Fett?
Jmanks, you crippled me. Boba Fett.
You
Wobba Fett's a
mean
Pokemon.
the
No,
Pokemon? Yeah.
No,
Boba.
no, you're talking.
No,
No,
Oh
we're
my.
talking about
you're
Boba Fett
talking
from
about
Star
Wobble
Oh,
Wars,
Fett.
not
We're talking
Wobba
about
Fett from
Star Wars.
Pokemon.
Angry Birds Star Wars.
yeah.
Oh, because I heard Wubba Fett or Boba Fett. I'm like,
No,
what? What's
Boba Fett with
that?
a
Ah,
B.
I'm like Wubba Fett.
no.
Oh man. Okay. Well, anyways,
Speaking
yeah.
of Wobba Fett,
Okay, well, yeah, we're done with this topic.
yeah.
Angry Birds, pretty cool. We got into a couple things there. Um, okay, here's the Fortnite stuff. We're getting into a little bit of that. What did you guys think about the Skyfire event? If you guys saw that, I know
Yo,
me
that
and
was
Jamie
lit.
saw it. Emerald Rhyhorn might not have saw it. What did you see Emerald Rhyhorn?
I
Wait,
saw
what
the
y'all
Steelers
talking
beat the
about?
Bills that day.
You saw what?
I saw the Steelers beat the Buffalo Bills that day. I
Oh,
wasn't there to watch
dang man.
watch the event.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, basically, oh wait, did you watch it on YouTube though? Hello?
I watched like little
Oh,
clips of it.
gotcha. So basically, what happened is some crazy. It was really cracked. We had like 5 people in there. I got my stream up on YouTube, but it's basically, um, it was really cool. Like, it was like kind of interactive, and also like you were there with friends. So it was me, Jmanks, Phantom, Zups, I think, and somebody else. Anyways, we hopped in there. You hop in, and you're like on the floating island, like the UFOs abducting things. You saw like corny complex like floating, right? You saw that? Like the float never mind. It's just floating islands of corny complex, and you were on them, and you couldn't like move out far into the map. It was just a small area that you were kind of enclosed in on these few floating islands up above, and there was a timer above, and then that sucker hit 2 minutes, and it changed colors, and everyone went crazy. Anyways, it started, and then Dr. Sloan was saying some stuff. You know, Dr. Sloan from the Battle Pass.
I kind of felt like she was gonna turn,
Hello?
become like
Oh,
one of the aliens. I was wrong, I
oh,
think.
dang. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
oh, gotcha. Well, the situation, well, the cool thing, the event, explaining the event here. So basically, you got abducted, um, and you were abducted into the ship, and it was part of the plan. So, um, under the islands that you were standing on, they also got abducted, and they had bombs attached to the bottom of them. That was the plan to blow up the UFO. So, anyways, everyone has backpacks and the gun. Actually, I don't know if they have the gun. They don't have the gun, but they got like the backpacks from when you get abducted and were in the UFO in the actual game last season. So they have like those backpacks, and those are used to like set off the bombs. Anyways, you go in there and the goal is to set off the bombs. You go in and you're in like the chambers just like when you get abducted in the UFO. You're stuck in there for a little bit and then it puts you in the center. Anyways, we were in there and there were aliens walking around and then you waited for them to pass by and Dr. Sloan on like opened the gates and then everyone ran out and you went to you went to an obvious direction. There weren't any other directions. It was just like half of the people were on one side and half of the people were on the other side. They weren't like, oh shoot, I don't even know. And it was a bunch of splitting up and coming back together. But yeah.
Yeah, a
Well,
lot of
actually, not
splitting up.
really, not really. It was just like two sections of these chambers. There was one section and the other section, and then you like once Dr. Sloan unlocked the thing, you would go out and then go to an obvious direction. It would be kind of like lit up a little bit by the fog, like glowing foggish. It was a
Blue
lot of
fog.
fog. You can't see through it. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, you would like follow the path, which is pretty obvious. It wouldn't like show you arrows or anything though. Just like you go to the path, follow the path, and then everyone ended up in the same area and then it was a bunch of like waiting on aliens to pass and opening gates and there was this really cool part where she was telling you to like try to be stealthy and like this giant gate opened up and there were like UFOs flying like inside of the big UFO and it was just wild, man. Some futuristic crazy stuff. You remember that part, Jmanks? And then you would walk up to the bridge and then a UFO spotted you and then
Yeah.
and then you ran across and there were aliens shooting at like this force field thing and
Hmm.
we like closed the door and then went into a side door and then like we ended up going to this one room and then we all got sucked up into a thing and then we got to the main room this main room and it was like glass window or yeah it was glass windows and you could see the islands up in the UFO, the center of the UFO. There were all
Kevin's.
the bombs underneath, and then there was yeah, hold on, we'll get to that in a second. So there was all the bombs underneath, and then your backpack, your goal was to explode, and uh, okay, and then yeah, she basically explained that after the detonation was set to go off, you had to wait there for a little bit, and then the thing closed off, and then Kevin the Cube, but actually it was a blue Kevin. No, actually it was Kevin. And
Yeah, it
then
was Kevin.
Kevin came up like the timer, the backpack thing. It was like it was ticking down. It was like circling around like to yeah, it was circling. I don't know. It was like a timer thing, and it was about to go off, and then like these metal gates just plopped down because of Kevin. Anyways, he came up, and it was the craziest thing ever, and it looked like basically people were getting killed, zapped by Kevin, man, and then the thing came up, and Kevin was like, "Whoo, you know what? This is too much explaining. I'm just gonna put in a simpler way here.
V, are you on
Basically,
part? Are
Dr.
you
Sloan betrayed you, and the cube is back and saved everybody from dying, and then all of the UFO parts flew down onto the map." And we're in season 8 here, and there was downtime as well, like what happened in season 4 with Galactus, kind of a little bit. It wasn't like something crazy like yeah, I don't know. You still there,
Yeah, yep.
Emerald Rifle?
I knew Sloan was a traitor.
Yeah, Sloan is a bad guy. Basically, she was basically saying like she's willing to. She's basically not bringing anybody back, with the risk of bringing Kevin with you. And anyways, the like she said she was gonna betray you, and then you there was like a 2-minute timer, and you turned around and it said you could reboot Kevin, and then everyone went together and rebooted Kevin, and he turned purple again, or something like that.
Blue.
And
He
then
turned blue.
or no, he was like gray. He was gray, wasn't he, Kevin? And then he turned
Yeah.
blue or something. Yeah. And then you were like actually on like a elevator floor thing, and then he rose it up, and then you were in this giant like dark chamber, and you could just see like your platform, and then you saw a UFO whiz by, and then you started seeing all these Kevins light up, and it was like 50 million Kevins in there. Anyways, you should watch the event. I think I gave a pretty bad explanation, but yeah,
Kevin's
man.
a dad.
Yeah, man. Actually, yo, man. There's like plenty of Kevins, and there's different colored cubes too. There was in the event at the end of the chamber thing. There was
You
like
got
a
hit with
gold-looking
you.
cube, and then there's the blue cube, obviously. So there's Kevin, Glevin, and Blevin. Blevin is the blue cube, man. Tyler Blevins. Anyways,
A lot of Evans.
yeah. Anyways, I'm just not
No,
gonna.
no. Evan is
What
the
do you
blue
guys?
one. You
Okay,
spell
what
him
did you guys
Evan.
think of the event though? What do you guys think of the event though?
It was dope. It was dope.
All right. Dirty C, what do you think? Did you see it?
I don't know. Never seen it.
You never seen it? Dang, bro.
Well, I gotta
Goku.
go because I gotta have my mom. So
Dang, bro.
yeah, I see you later.
Dang. All right, bro.
Bro.
I'll see you, Jmanks. Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying
Like I said earlier, make sure to follow him up. They LUV.Alone. They love alone, but U and 7O and no E. Yeah, that's his TikTok. Anyways, yeah. What did you think of that, Goku? What do you think of the event?
Smoku. Yeah, Smoku.
fireman.
Fire.
Fireman.
Yeah, it was like it was
You-
awesome, man. Especially
Yeah.
the end part. Like oh man, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like freaking seeing Kevin, and then Dr. Sloan thing,
Me and
betrayal.
Evan came.
Yeah. And then there was the downtime, and then we played Naruto for a little bit. Yeah.
You guys got whooped. I'm kidding. I'm
Hey
kidding.
man, hey, I was learning, man.
Yeah,
I still
yeah,
gotta
you are.
give me some more jutsus, man. I still
Speaking
gotta
of
watch the
fighting
series.
games,
You
you guys
said
want to play
what?
Brawlhalla sometime?
Sheesh,
Brawlhalla?
maybe,
We should play it sometime. Speaking of, since we're on fighting games. What
maybe.
Naruto?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
Maybe
totally should
Yeah,
play that
V,
sometime.
we
Yeah.
could.
Yo, V, a little
Yeah,
something
what's up?
here, but I might try to get Fighters again on my Switch. Dragon Ball Fighters,
Dang, gotcha.
get it again.
Oof. Yeah, I went and played Dragon Ball Fighters with Goku, Shiba, and Savage God.
I won
So,
over good.
I got clapped, man. I got clapped. That was my
When
first
it came
time
to
playing with
me,
the Switch controller.
when it just came to me, V got clapped. V, you did good, honestly.
Hey, man. The A and the B button is switched, man. What the fish? Anyways,
You said Dragon Ball Fighters.
yeah.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I don't even know. It might be on. It goes on sale pretty often. I wouldn't say buy it right now. It's probably like it goes on sale for like $5, but it's probably like 60 or
Let me go check
something.
how much it is right now. Because if it's cheap,
Dragon
I'm buying it.
Fighters. Hold on. I think it's actually not on sale right now.
Is it Go?
Hold on, I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's freaking on.
on
It
Switch.
is.
If I got
Yeah,
it,
probably 60.
I definitely get it digital.
Yeah, $60, man.
Are you
Anyways,
talking
it's
about
pretty.
this game?
Yeah, it's got like I don't know what it is. Super Saiyan
Bro, I'm
3
telling you, if I
Goku
get
on this title.
practice, I'm smacking you.
Oh dang,
Oh,
man,
yeah, I'm
Goku, you
kidding.
hear that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm coming for you,
It's
Goku, bro.
$10 Switch. It's
Or
on sale for $10, basically $9.59.
Dang. All right. Well, anyways, yeah.
I'm gonna post a
That's
picture in the main chat real quick.
I was smacking it.
But sadly, there's only 1 day left on it, so I would have to get it now or never.
oh
Wait, hold on.
well,
Can we all play together? Like, is it crossplay?
probably
I don't.
not. I don't think it's crossplay.
Hey, so how did y'all play? Y'all went to each other's house or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, we went to. I think where was it? Shiba's.
Shiba's house.
But yeah, look how much
Well,
Yeah.
it's on sale for. Look at how much that thing's on sale for.
Yo, what y'all doing
mm,
Saturday? Actually, what y'all doing Saturday?
I'm about-
nothing, bro.
Bet. Let's play then. Let's play that then. And we
Eh,
can just chill. Ooh.
uh, well, let me see. I have some more topics, like a lot more that we should probably get through. Maybe we'll split this into two podcasts again.
Yeah.
That's been a little trend here recently. Sheesh, I cannot believe we got through like 4 topics in a couple hours, man. Okay,
How many
well we
hours has
have,
it been?
huh?
How many hours has it been? An
Uh,
hour?
let me see. Discord.
Hold on, I'll be back. I'm actually gonna go ask my mom real quick.
Sure.
About
Hold on.
ask her what? I'm kidding.
For the game. Yeah. So basically, it's been like, it hasn't been too long. It's been like an hour and a half actually. We can probably go for a little while longer. So what did you think of what do you think about uh Fortnite season 8 itself? The season.
I haven't played it yet. I really
You
haven't.
haven't played it? Did you see the
I
pass
haven't touched
though?
it yet.
Yeah. I'm so mad that they didn't put Naruto in it, bro.
Dang, man.
They put Carnage in instead of Naruto.
Yeah, well, nah, I don't know, man. I don't think maybe their idea wasn't to put him in the battle pass all along, but anyways, what the? Yeah, they basically have Carnage as the tier 100, and apparently Naruto is supposed to be in the shop at some point soon. We'll probably know soon, within like 2 weeks, because there's an update tomorrow, I think, like tomorrow morning. Anyways, yeah, there's Carnage, and then a bunch of like not collab skins though. Surprisingly, like there's no collab skins besides Carnage this season. Least collabs in a while, and then you have Charlotte, which is a concept skin, which is a really cool like samurai girl, and then you got Tuna Fish, which I don't know if you've seen him, but
Yeah.
basically you can really customize
Yeah, I saw
him
that one.
with basic
Yeah.
colors.
Look
Yeah,
at
it's
the
really cool.
Renegade Waiter.
Yeah, they got
I
a
feel like this
Renegade Raider
season's the only
style.
season that doesn't have like a theme. If you
Yeah,
look
I
back
think
from
I
like
think that's really
season,
cool though. I mean, there was that one season which was the Hunters, which was kind of a bit of a theme, but like not really.
yeah,
That was the only thing tying all of these random characters, which was really cool. It's such
Mhm.
very diverse. Also with this season, the theme is
What
apparently
unicorn name?
cubed, so like Kevin stuff, which yeah, that's basically probably gonna be like the secret styles, you know, the ones you gotta grind like
yeah.
past level 104. Anyways, um, yeah, it's pretty cool to see a bunch of a mashup of random stuff. You got that drugged unicorn who's actually like possessed by the cereal or something. That song is really drugged, man. A song that he does with his emo. He's like, "It's a party in my hooves." What does that even mean? Never
No
mind.
clue.
I don't know, man. He's just weird, shoveling cereal down his throat, and then he's like, "Help me! I can't stop."
When you
Oh
said it
man,
was Kevin themed, I kind of
yeah.
like in my
Yep.
mind I
Not
just
Kevin themed.
had
It's just called like to see when the introduction to like one of the trailers is Battle Bass trailer or like story trailer. It just says cubed.
all I think right now is just like of like miniature Kevins just
So is it,
running around cranking 90s and everything.
dang. Well,
Say
so
Kevin.
this theme thing is kind of like a compared to like that one season where it was like the dinosaur stuff and all the primal stuff. It was literally called like season 6 primal, like season 6
Yeah.
primal, and this one is like season 8 cubed. But yeah, it doesn't really tie as much to a theme, which is really cool in my opinion to do that every once in a while. I'm not saying do that every battle pass, like random stuff
Happened at the
thrown
0
around all the
point.
time. You said what?
Happened at the 0 point.
Oh, I don't even know what happens to 0 point. I think that was like that's such a weird thing because like I'm pretty sure
Season
that's
that made
like
such a
literally
big deal about it.
necessary for huh? How do I feel about it?
I said like literally season what was it? Yeah, season 6 they made a big deal about the 0 point. Now it's gone.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well,
weird.
the whole 0 point
I
crap
don't,
started with season
I don't
5.
think it's really gone. I really don't know what happened to it. I think it got abducted and maybe it's like in the water or something. But yeah, some reason it's literally like nowhere to be seen right now. Kind of crazy. But
Yeah, because didn't one of the 7 go inside that informant?
yeah, it was the leader, the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I hope that we do get more. But
Yeah. Because they had a really good
Brock,
story going on with
dude,
that.
the Brock,
yeah,
man.
man. Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, sure. Um,
Sheesh.
yeah.
One thing
Um,
to say is use code Vbatteries.
yeah, man. Oh yeah, make sure to use code Vbatteries in the item shop too. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have
In main
next
chat.
topics. The Nintendo Switch OLED coming out.
Oh yeah,
I
the
think I
new.
might buy that one. I was thinking about getting a Switch for a while, and this one's $50 more for double storage and better quality and bigger size.
They come out with a new
Oh
Switch.
yeah, it's coming
Didn't
out
know
like
about that.
in like 2 weeks, I think. So I think I might get that. But yeah, there's that. What do you guys think about that? I guess if you have anything.
I've never really heard much about it, but from what I've heard, it seems cool. But
Yeah,
yeah,
$50 more, but
just because this is like the third Switch that Nintendo's gonna be making.
Yeah, didn't they just
uh,
come out with the light
Also,
not too long ago?
there's the 3DS XL, new 3DS XL, 2DS XL, stuff like that.
yeah, I mean,
And there's an Among Us Imposter Edition Nintendo Switch.
no way, you're capping, bro. No
Yeah,
way.
right now it's at GameStop.
Oh my gosh,
I'm on
Among
GameStop's
Us
website
Switch
right now.
Edition.
Yeah, Among Us
Switch Among
Imposter
Us Edition.
Edition Nintendo
Oh my
Switch.
gosh.
Switch came with Among Us for free.
Wait,
Oh my
really?
gosh.
I don't know.
Dang.
6
Okay.
downloadable PC phone wallpapers by Amy Lou. Yeah, they're all Among Us.
Okay.
Get
Wow.
limited edition. Oh, you get a purple crewmate with crown
Wow.
blemishes. That's cool. And a lanyard. An imposter syndrome sticker set. That's actually really cool. And a blueprint of the Skeld.
Oh.
Yeah, the original map. And it's actually kind of cool.
Sounds interesting, but I probably wouldn't consider getting it, thinking that it's like assuming that it's like an extra $50. If it's the
It's only
same price, it's worth.
$49.99.
Wait. That's an extra $49.99,
So
or
that's
is
the
that
actual
like
price is just $49.99.
so that's not like a Nintendo Switch Among Us edition. That's just like special edition Among Us.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of
It
drugged and not
says
worth it. Like, isn't Among Us like
says
$10 on Switch?
yeah, it says limited
Ugh.
edition imposter edition box.
Okay, I definitely would not get that for a $10 game plus random stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool little things, but like,
Yeah. It
Like
even comes
when
with
you're
games
breaking it
too,
down,
which I
like
mean,
$60, you said?
it's 50.
Oh well. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
A box of
Whew.
Among Us.
All right, next thing here. Did
Let's
any of you
go.
guys see the Roblox 21 Pilots event
I,
concert?
I heard about that.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Jmanks, you didn't see it either?
Nope.
Okay, well, anyways, to break it down for you guys,
I just know it was music.
yeah, obviously, to break it down, they basically did a concert with 21 Pilots in Roblox. They used their actual avatars. They made avatars for the two guys or whatever. They pretty much played their most popular songs, and that's it. I think they played one that was newer, but they played the obvious ones,
Like,
the blurry face
Ride.
one. They did,
Yeah,
yeah, that
right.
one, and then they actually, I don't know if they did that one. They just did the most popular ones that everyone knows of, and it was pretty it's pretty cool actually. It was pretty cool.
I was
That
actually
makes sense to do
aware
that.
of that, but I wasn't able to get to it in time.
Yeah, I feel kind of like I'm trying to see like all the events, and I'm like kind of actually like a little bit sad the fact that I actually didn't see that one random Minecraft Sonic event. That just sounds so drugged to
I was
see
there
it,
for that. That was amazing.
man.
I
Like,
tried doing a
you,
video for it, but
yeah,
I had to scrap it because it wasn't really that entertaining. It was just me doing the mini games.
dang, man. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds crazy, man. Like
After
legit
the first,
Minecraft event.
well, it's actually with the Hive. It wasn't
Yeah, I
even
know,
with
I know, I
Minecraft
know.
himself.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Hive and Sonic, man. That's pretty cool though.
5 minutes till item shop on Fortnite, guys.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, that's just a cool thing. And then the 21 Pilot thing, not much to add on to that, but yeah, the Hive. Just wish I could see that. It's interesting seeing a lot of these events, but yeah, in terms of 21 Pilots, actually, I do have something to say about that. Um, what I do have to say is like, I wouldn't say I would watch it again compared to like other events like the Ariana Grande or Travis Scott Fortnite events. Like I would not watch this one again, even though they played it like every hour, I think, every 2 hours. They played it like a lot, and they played that within like 2 or 3 days, so it played a lot of times. Or you
Oh,
could watch it
wow.
like 20 times or something.
One of Pilots, like where they're from, it's not that far from me. I was wondering where they were at.
Mm, let me see. We have another topic here. This one's kind of dumb. TikTok topic. This is past Dead Horse topic. The devious lick thing.
Oh my gosh, I have something I need to say
Oh,
about
okay.
that.
I know what
Oh
you're
my
talking about.
gosh.
Emerald Rhyhorn, I have a question. Did you have to deal with that? Because your school's kind of small.
Yeah, actually.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
I know a friend who tried doing it. It was
That's
kind
so
of
dumb,
stupid.
man.
Yeah, like they
No, no, no.
stole hand
People
sanitizer.
were legit trying to steal like soap dispensers, my guy.
Yeah, they
Dude,
No
I
stole and
way.
like kept stealing
TikTok.
hand sanitizer bottles.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Alright, so
Devious lick, man. Stealing a hand sanitizer, man.
you know how they have trash cans and stuff in the halls and crap at school and crap?
Yeah.
You no longer have trash
I
cans.
saw on TikTok 2 kids try taking a trash can like that and fitting it in their book bag.
Oh my gosh, man. People are idiots.
Literally. They
Some of
tried.
some of it's legit staged, but like some of that stuff is crazy though.
Yeah,
And the crazy thing is,
with Curdle. No, he
you know
didn't.
what? Here's the craziest things about those. Like this just goes for a lot of trends, but this one specifically, it literally number one, it came out of literally thin air. It came out of
Yeah.
nowhere, and
No.
it only lasted for 3 days. Like it lasted for like 3 days, and then once people were just done with it, it wasn't even like, oh, we're done with it. It literally just stopped.
And once
It
2,500
started in
people
an
got
instant,
caught,
and
they're
then it
like, no,
stopped in
we're
an
done.
instant. No, but it was just like one day it just came out of nowhere, and then a couple days later it just stopped like completely. I didn't see any of it. It's crazy. Like, it just erased from existence, man.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Trend went by as long as this conversation did.
But,
So
yeah,
that-
exactly, man.
Oh my gosh, that devious lick trend, bro. That's so
That's
much.
just stupid, man. Okay, I don't have much else to say about that. yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty dumb that people were.
Guy from y'all school, or not y'all school, but like the guy from V school did a devious slick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody from your school did a devious slick at Subway.
Oh, at Subway.
Yeah, they probably.
Subway.
That sounds kind of dumb. Didn't people just do that in school?
They bring it
Oh,
outside. Too.
Speaking of Subway, I have a picture to show you guys in Discord.
Sure,
In the
let's
main
see.
chat. Try and find it real quick. I'll look for it while you guys continue talking.
I
Take me a
bet.
while.
So yeah, that's the devious link thing out of the way. Let's see. I have a blob of more topics. Okay, so here's another topic. Now I'll start off by asking a question. Do you guys want the old Fortnite map to come back?
Yeah, it depends on what maps.
It depends. 'Cause there are some locations I like the volcano, Polar Peak, and then
Okay.
there's some I like in this season, like in this map, like Holly, Misty, stuff like that.
What do you think, Jamie or Emerald Reinhorn?
You said
I kind of feel like they should bring back some of the map, like the old map, and also keep some of the new map, like kind of like merge it together. Like they just had the alien thing, so maybe there's gonna be like something where like the maps come back together, where they use the aliens. I don't know.
No, the aliens are down, man. They're down.
It's
Their
only one
UFO got
spaceship, though.
jacked,
Who's
man.
There's like one
who's
alien
said
on
there's
map.
more?
Yeah, it's just one giant UFO with tons of little UFOs, and the whole thing just went crashing down into the water. It's literally like burning, like a Subnautica background type thing. UFOs is burning, like crisping away in the water.
Oh,
And then there's parts of the UFO crashed on the map. Anyways, yeah, my opinion on that is that like I saw some comments and stuff about this. It's like most people just want the old map back for nostalgia, but it actually really was not that good of a map. Actually, hold on, I
I
have
just
some
posted it.
screenshots on that.
50 on it, just because one, there's like old locations I like, and yet again, there's some on this map I like.
Okay, here's a bunch of stuff I have. So there's a guy who's like petition for Epic Games to bring back the old map. One of those like Twitter posts that are just farming likes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was just like he some dude was like, oh, I can't tell if you're doing this for likes or if you actually want the old map back. And he was like, the guy was like, oh, who doesn't want the old map back? And then one dude said me, and then another dude was like exactly. And then the main thing is like this. This dude was like, just don't let the old map blind you, no, or don't let nostalgia blind you. The old map was bad. And then it said that the old map changed every Oh wait, no, that's defending last one. Yeah, this one.
Depends
This
on
map
where
did
you
barely
came in at, though.
change. Um. Yikes.
For me, I came in at season 7, so I'm used to like the old map, and then they switched it.
Something else crazy is that like you remember how people were begging for a new map and then they
Yeah.
all want the old map back?
I'll join back in a
Yeah.
call in a
I
sec.
feel like I feel like that's another reason why they don't need to like actually like bring the old map back to like
Yeah.
they're gonna do a new map ish with some of the same locations every chapter, but anyways, like the people literally don't even know what they want. They don't know what they want. They wanted a new map, now they want the old map, man. They just can't make up their mind.
A lot of people, like at my school that
Yep.
I used to go to,
Yeah.
I switched schools after this happened with the new maps and all that. They were saying where it's like you could like choose what map you wanted to play, whether you wanted to play the new one or the old one, which I thought was kind of a good idea. Kind of ruins the story though at the same time.
Yeah, that would kind of ruin the story because of the fact that obviously it all got sucked up into a black hole. So yeah. Also, another thing about that is I feel like they could do more. Obviously, like with it being one map instead of like working on multiple maps at the same time. If they were to work on them, or just like if they were to pull a PUBG and literally just pump out a map and then never work on it again and pump out another one later on, like yeah, I don't know. Having just one map is good for them, I guess. They can act like continually improve the one thing, and also for challenge sake, I guess. Maybe like I don't know. Challenges for 2 maps would be something. I don't know. I don't know if they'll. I don't think they'll ever do multiple maps. Maybe if they were to end off
Well,
battle royale, I would say like maybe they could like if they just don't want to continue with it anymore, but they want to keep it around, I guess, just because. Maybe they'll just like add a few maps and then not like actively change it anymore, and then they'll probably have moved on to like focusing on creative or something. There's that Subway sandwich, man. Subway is busting, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the tuna thing?
Tuna.
Oh yeah, how they're deeming like it's fake tuna and this and that.
Fake tuna.
Yeah, Subway is getting in a whole bunch of trouble about fake tuna.
Bro, what? Wait,
Yeah.
who? Wait. I never got tuna on my sub. Did you guys do that?
No, I never did. I got cookies on my sub.
Look, you put what on your?
You put cookies on his sub, man.
If you go to the
Oh
main
my
chat,
gosh.
there's a picture.
So that's drugged, man.
I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. I don't want really a sandwich. And one of my friends was working at Subway at the time too, so I was like, you know what? I'm not really in the mood for like my vegetables or the meat for right now. I just want cookies. And I don't feel
Oh
like
my
buying 20 separate cookies. I was like, you know what? Put them on a sub. I'll take
Oh
a
man.
picture of it. Make it a meme.
Yeah. Correct. Okay, I have a question for you guys. What would you think about a Fortnite collab with Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs?
That would be crazy.
I feel like they would mix so well.
Imagine running around and getting smashed by a meatball, being like,
Flint,
you
they
were
have to
flung by a
have Flint
meatball.
with the spray on shoes, man.
Have it
That's
be
so
like
dumb.
a back
Spray
bling
on
or something.
shoes.
The spray is a back bling.
The spray, no, that's an emote, but he'd probably have like, maybe he'd have that food robot as a back bling.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Oh man, so
Yeah,
crack.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. So, and there's also a Stranger Things collab happening again, maybe? I think so. Skins haven't been back in like 3 years, but there is a thing in the game right now called the Sideways, which is obviously kind of like the upside down a little bit. They obviously are, it's obviously a reference to that. Plus, the new season of Stranger Things is coming out soon, so also the Matrix is an idea I think they would collab with. Because the Matrix has another movie, the fourth movie coming out soon. And yeah, they got a fourth movie coming out on like one of the subscription services, and also Keanu Reeves plays the main character, which there's a John Wick skin for him already, so I feel like that's not too crazy.
What did I miss?
You basically missed talking about stuff about the old map. Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs collab with Fortnite. That's just an idea that I
Yes.
have.
Fortnite collabs and more talking about the old map.
Yeah. So basically, the thing I said was that, like, I personally, I think we shouldn't go back to the old map just because the people don't know what they want. They wanted a new map, and then they wanted the old map back. And also, they have some of the same locations still, and they can't just keep the same thing forever, or they're never gonna get anywhere. You know,
Exactly, man.
they're trying to they gotta move some direction. And I don't know. I mean, it's alright. They might do some more crazier map changes next chapter. Let's see what we got here. I have a question. So I feel like this is for a bunch of games, but the question here, the topic is like basically whether or not people are actually mad after losing a game, and like one example of this is like 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 in Fortnite, if you were to kill somebody, sometimes people are like, "Oh, this guy's so mad." And the crazy thing about that is like a lot of the time, especially with the people I play with, like if they're still spectating the person, like, "Oh my gosh, he's watching, he's so mad," or if they leave, "Oh man, he left so fast, he's mad." So either way, he's mad. So he's just made out to be mad either way. But do you think he really cares? Probably not. Probably not. But
What depends on your competitiveness for that.
hmm.
Whenever it comes to games like Minecraft, like PvP or Fortnite stuff like that, it all depends on like competitiveness. Like me
You-
personally, whenever I play Fortnite, I'll play it just for fun. But if I try actually and like try to win, yeah, I'll get irritated if I start dying. Like if I have a 5 kill game.
The spectating thing, it probably isn't a really good example, and that's specifically for Fortnite. So I do have a continuation on this that's more relatable. Basically, if someone, like, I feel like some people would think this, if someone stays getting whooped, right? Say Jmanks, you were clapping someone in 2K, right? You
Uh-huh.
were breaking their ankles, man. Say they stay in there and they're getting whooped. They're getting flipped over, but they keep trying. You'd probably think that they're mad, but also if they leave, obviously you think that they're mad. So it's a lose for them in either situation. They're mad. Is that what you think, or do you think they'd not be mad if they just kept playing?
Okay, okay, say it's me and Savage Guy, because me and Savage Guy 1v1 before. I'm gonna put Savage Guy in this. So, say that me and Savage Guy played, and
Yeah,
still going on, I'm gonna be like, okay, even though you're getting whooped, you still want to try. I mean, at least you're putting some effort in, you know? Like, at least
yeah,
you're trying to get better, because you're playing me. And you're also losing, but, like, you're still getting played, you know? You're still playing me.
yep.
But if Savage God leaves, I'm like, okay, well, this man really like left, so I'm like, make sure it's like rubbed in type
Mm,
stuff. But I'm not gonna do that. But if it's like said, it's like against some like other dude, right? And he's
yeah.
talking big, I mean big smack, and I start winning, I am tearing your butt apart, bro. Pause. That's
Ugh,
not a pause. But
sus,
still,
man.
yeah, bro. Like he will not be able to unhinge that from his memory. He will get beat by me, and I will tell him that. I'll be like, bro, you are dog cheeks.
Okay. Understandable, but the bottom line, okay, the bottom line for this is that like, I personally just think this is kind of a lose for the person who got killed in anyways. Like I feel like most people would think that they're mad in any situation if they're beating them. So that's just thought there. Um. Oh
Now,
yeah,
if you
this is
go
another
wild,
random thing.
I know you're mad.
Wait, Jmax, have you ever seen K-On! The anime? I think you said something about it before.
K-Arn.
K-On! Yeah, it was on Netflix.
How you spell it?
K dash on. A-O-O-N. K-O-N. And there's a dash between K and on.
Is it like a girl?
Yeah, it's like girls doing like instruments and stuff.
Yeah, I seen. I don't think
Did
I.
you watch it or?
I don't think I did.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just like, this is a very fast thing, and I just thought about it the other day. But anyways, like, ooh, man, I watched that thing 2 seasons long, man, and I have a guitar now. That's literally the reason I got a guitar, and I got it a while back, but yeah, that's the reason. That's just something random. And
I was wondering why you decided to start playing guitar.
well, start playing is quite the selection there. I'd
Okay, we'll
say
start
I'd
learning.
say I'd say uh I'd say Fire Anime decided to get the guitar based on because of the anime. Tried to learn it a little bit and then it didn't really end up touching it, man. I think I'm gonna get back on it though eventually, but it's kind of just like I feel like I'm good at it. I think be able to learn things easily, but I just don't get on it because I don't know. I mean, if I were to do it right now, especially, there's a lot of things that that I would be busy by. Obviously, with like working things like schoolwork and certain content in games and stuff. So yeah. Let's see.
God.
The Fortnite imposter grind. So you guys know about the imposters mode?
Didn't they cut down all the experience for that?
Okay, yeah. So basically, the Among Us Fortnite mode. Basically, here's the situation. The XP in this season is actually awful. I'm talking like I played a game, right? I played it. So you have to get like 80k XP for a level. I played a game. I got a couple kills. It was a squad game. I got a couple kills and I got a win. I won that game. And I got less than 5k XP. Less than 5k.
Jeez.
That's for like a win with kills, man. And then I was like, oh, screw this, man. I went over to play imposters because people were talking. Well, I think I just decided that. I was just like, oh, wait, what about imposters? It gave like good XP last season. I hopped in there and it was 20k, around 20k for a game that lasted like 6 minutes and I lost the game. Or maybe it was like 14 minutes. But, anyways, we pulled some crazy stuff. I figured out like if you speedrun tasks in the mode, you were able to get like 20k per like every 3 minutes or something crazy like that. So people were doing that. But anyways, they cut it in half. Oof. Anyways, like even playing normally, like that was good and great, obviously, and I did a lot of that. But they just cut it down so much, and it's pretty sad. The XP is just bad this season, just bad. Which is pretty sad because I feel like this is like a more not try hard season. There's a lot of stuff going on with the sideways, the slipstream type things. Uh the it's just a lot of random stuff. And then the Venom and Carnage mythics, the mythic weapons, yeah, there's just a lot of random stuff and I feel like it's not very competitive, which is cool for me, but it cut this XP down, which is just sad, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you Goku probably has the most thoughts on this besides me? What do you have to say about the cut in XP and imposters, Goku? Hey Goku. Well, I guess are you guys still there?
Goku, you're on mute, by
Yeah.
the way. In case
Yeah.
you're wondering.
Dang, I might just have to move on to the next topic, man. Okay, well let's see what we got. Oh no! Here we go, man. We're about
What?
to get into another
Oh, there we
debate,
go.
my
Goku's
guy.
back.
Another
Come back and
debate,
use.
man.
Sheesh. Now what's
Wait,
this?
what? Shoot, what was I asking Goku?
What he thinks about the new ideas for the season.
Yeah, what do you think about the XP for the season and how they cut the imposter XP in half?
The XP for the season's obviously trash.
Yeah,
But if anything, they obviously need at least.
they need to buff the XP that you get in normal
Yeah.
games and for wins, because that's just sad. Like less than 5k for a win.
Yeah.
That's man. You don't even get you get like an eighth of a level almost. No, that's not an eighth, man. That's like I don't even know what that is. It's like a 16th, my guy. That's a 16th, less than a 16th of a level, man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, that's just bad. But we're
Yeah,
about to start out
bad.
another debate type thing here. So we're bringing back. I don't know if Emerald Rhyhorn probably hasn't listened to the last podcast, but we're bringing back the that what was it? The chicken sandwich taco thing debate. We're bringing that back.
Oh my gosh.
Part 2, man. We're bringing it back. Hold on. I have to find the image and post it again. 1 second.
It's a flipping taco, bro.
No, bro. Hold on.
No, that was
Are you guys
We
talking
have
about the
to
new
continue
taco
this.
thing at Taco Bell?
Yeah, here. I'm
It's a
posting the image of
sandwich.
it. Here.
It's a sandwich. No. If you think about it, it's a half
Is it
a
a sandwich or a
man.
taco?
It's half a
Here's the
sandwich.
question though. Here's the question, right?
Yeah.
It goes into what each of these things are classified as, right? So, hold on.
Is that bread?
Yes.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, what is this thing? Like, it could be classified as a taco or a sandwich, which is the big debate here.
I call it
So,
a sandwich. I call it half a sandwich.
yeah,
Call
I
it a
said like
taco.
I said a half sandwich because what I do with my sandwiches, or not really do. I used to do this. So it was like, you use one slice of bread, and then you just like make your sandwich, and then you fold it over. Actually, no, you just fold it over and then put stuff on
He
half
says
of it.
one piece of bread.
Yeah, I
What kind of
know.
bread? Wait, is this like
No, no,
the
no,
tortilla bread, or is this just
no.
like your
It's
basic like egg
normal bread.
McMuffin
You
bread?
fold it over and then put it on half of it. Half sandwich is what I called it. Anyways, um, yeah, that's kind of just probably like a weird me thing, but it also depends on what these things are classified as. Like what is classified as a sandwich? Two slices of bread with what in between?
I think it's like 2 slices of bread with like either like a jelly, a jam, like jelly jam, peanut butter, or meat inside of it.
Huh.
Two.
So I'd probably lean closer towards a taco because Pat over on food theory, film theory, and game theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a whole other video about is like a hot dog sandwich and this and that.
No way.
Yeah, he did.
A
But
hot.
I'm looking at this right now, and I mean I'm leaning more towards like
I mean, hey man, what is a hot dog classified as? Is this a hot
yeah.
dog?
See, this is like it looks
No,
almost like a hot dog,
This
dogs
like a
opens up
hot dog
all kinds
bun.
of things,
hot
man.
dog has to have a flip.
This could just literally be like a full-on deep-fried hot dog for all we
No,
know, with
that's
like cheese
like
in it.
Well, no. That's chicken. That's chicken in
I
there.
know it's chicken.
The
I'm just saying,
question
like you could
is
deep
like,
fry it.
it's not
yeah.
necessarily, it's not specifically about like what's in there and what it could become. It's about like what specifically that is, which is like some kind of like bread folded over with the chicken and like peppers and cheese inside, and then there's a hot dog, which what exactly is classified as a hot dog? Is it specifically like the meat distance? Yeah. Is it specifically like just what a hot dog is shown as, or is there a little more to it?
This is like hurting my brain because I went on to
Sausage.
Taco Bell to try and read more about it. They're calling it a chicken taco or a chicken sandwich taco.
Hmm.
Trying to figure out what type of bread it is.
Oh man.
I'm trying to read more into this. I'm trying to go in depth to it.
On. Yeah, this is like a whole thing here. I probably had some big crazy point, but it's just a questions of like what exactly this is. But I think I had something more, but I probably forgot.
I think it's
But
a taco,
I don't
personally.
know. I don't know what I
It's
said
like
last time, but
it's in the taco shell form.
I
yeah,
remember.
but like,
No, no,
what
no,
is
no. I
it?
remember this because
What are they
everybody was
classified
on the
as?
side, and I hated it.
Everyone
Wait,
was on the
did
what
you guys
now?
ever try
Other
this yet?
side, y'all said it was a freaking sandwich.
Bro, like, man, I don't know, cause it's got like the sandwich ingredients, but it's just folded over though. And it's the sandwich. The definition was like two slices of bread, but like,
To me, it looks like a pancake right now. I can't really tell what type of bread it is.
wait, hold on. I think I'm almost onto something here. It was like, what is something classified as? There was some other weird thing. There was like kind of like a sandwich type thing, and it was like it's like if this is a sandwich, then what is this classified as? That's what I was gonna say. That's what I think. That's what I was gonna go on to. But I just
Yeah.
forgot what that thing was. Um, sandwich. Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know. You're gonna be
I
putting
got
like a
no idea.
picture of this up on screen so they know what we're talking about now.
Maybe. It's
Okay.
this weird like Taco Bell. You should look it up, man. What's it called,
Yeah.
Jmanks?
This is Taco Bell sandwich, I think it's called.
Called the Taco Bell sandwich taco, or the chicken sandwich taco.
But yeah,
You know what? I
those-
think I found our solution. I think we just call this a sandwich taco and move on.
It's a taco though. But
No,
it's not.
Sacco.
But they said this is a sandwich taco.
It's Saka.
We're calling it. We're calling it a taco witch.
No, it's Sako. No, Sako.
A
Taco.
taco. What is a taco?
It's a
Saka.
taco, man.
Yeah, a sandwich taco. Saka.
Alright, Sacco. Sacco it is.
Oh my
2
gosh.
seconds.
Never
Sacco.
mind. Okay,
Hey.
then. Okay. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna move on to something else here. This is a smaller one. So.
See Sokka, I think about
Oh
Avatar: The
man.
Last Airbender.
Oh, you know what I think of?
Yeah.
I think of these nuts jokes, bruh.
Bro,
That's
what?
Dragons.
These.
No, bro. Like the Ligma stuff. Like oh, suck on these nuts, man. Anyways, bro, my Xbox, man. You know all the holes for ventilation, man.
Mhm.
Dude, I didn't know. Like when I looked at that sucker, I didn't know that this was like not normal because I've had it like this and I don't look at it, bro. There was like dust in like all of the holes. I'm talking like literally like objects formed in holes, man. The dust formed in the holes, man. And I got the sucker blown out, man. I think I could play Dead by Daylight again, man. I think that was the issue when it was overheating. It's literally just bad ventilation, man. That's what it was
This is gonna be
every
my new
time my
3 a.m.
thing
thought.
overheated. You said what?
This taco thing's gonna be my new thing that wakes me up at 3 a.m. that I think about.
Oh my gosh.
When
Just
I'm up at 3 a.m. at
whether
least,
like
I'm
what it
thinking about
actually
this.
is. You're gonna think about what it actually is. Is it a taco? Is it a sandwich? Is it a egg salad, man? What is this thing? I don't even know.
I don't know.
But yeah, here's a better one, a better topic here. What do you guys think about? This is probably like more relevant now and better for you guys, I guess, as a topic. What do you guys think about like? I'm pretty sure it was Disney who bought Family Guy from Adult Swim. What do you guys think about that?
Bro, no.
Wait,
You didn't know
seriously?
that?
I did not know about that. No.
What do you guys think about that, man?
It's bad because they can't cuss no more.
Are you sure
Yeah.
though? Like, I don't think that's
I'd be
like that.
pretty
I
sure
think
about
that
that. Yeah.
no, I don't think that's no that won't make any sense.
Then again, it's Disney though.
Well, yeah, I know
Anyone
it's
just got in
Disney, but
trouble
that
for doing it.
just because they bought the thing, right, doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna make it like Disney princess stuff. Like Family Guy is Family Guy, and if they were to change it in any way, they'd probably like ruin that thing, man. Like
Yeah.
like they have things on Disney where they cuss. I think do they?
No, not really.
Didn't they get The Simpsons or no? Didn't they get that?
Oh, I hope not.
Don't they
Yeah,
have that in Disney
I love The
Plus?
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah. Oof.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Disney over here
they're
playing
gonna stay the
Monopoly, getting
same,
water
but
bored.
yeah, Disney's just gonna get everything, man. It's gonna yoink everything.
Season 32 coming to Disney Plus. Are you
Disney
kidding?
versus Amazon.
No, it's literally gonna be Disney versus Apple versus Amazon. Can't forget
Yeah,
about Apple.
man. Dude,
But
freaking
they just bought
craziest things.
Sony. Apple just bought Sony. I'm pretty sure.
That's actually wild, man. That they like the competition is getting more and more cramped down, and then it's gonna turn out to be like what these bigger brands want. Like, imagine if Apple had everything, man. They'd have these overpriced items, which just they're just gonna add more cameras to everything, man. That's what they're gonna do.
You want a new
Anyways,
phone? Here, take 10
yeah, man.
cameras.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So. I don't know. Like in general, one thing taking over everything is just not good at all, and I hope that doesn't end up happening because there's all these companies that are getting just yoinked up by bigger ones, and it's just a whole game of Agario, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, oof. Just yeah. It's all gonna be one way. Hopefully, it doesn't become like that. Anyways. Yep. Sure, I got a couple more topics here. Okay,
Play
this one
Monopoly
is just.
sometime.
You said what? Oh,
We should play
playing
Monopoly
Monopoly.
sometime. Yeah,
Man,
do a Monopoly stream.
I wish the console Monopoly was better than it is. I'm pretty sure it's got like a
Yeah.
3-star rating and it's like really buggy or something.
hmm
But yeah, I have a couple more topics and then I have the hand-me-down topics from last podcast. Um, let's see. This is just an idea for a Naruto collab because I got as far as I am in Naruto. So basically, like shadow possession jutsu. You guys know about that probably. Yo
Yeah.
Goku, Jmanks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, the idea for the shadow possession jutsu thing would be an emote, and basically how it would work. It's a bit of a complicated one, but basically it'd probably be like a synced thing, so you would maybe have them agree to it, or maybe it just happen. You'd probably agree to it. Yeah, you'd agree to it. Anyways, it'd basically be like, you do the jutsu, and then they agree to it, and then whatever emote you do, they also and are forced to do it until you break out of it, which is kind of just a random idea and it probably never happened, but ideas.
I'd say
Um,
no. I feel like they wouldn't add that.
yeah, probably not. It's probably too complicated for an emote. They probably
Not
won't do
even
it.
just for it being
No,
too
no. If they did
complicated.
anything as emo, I feel like they would do the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah, probably like a quick like replicate yourself like 20 times.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine if they implemented more of anything from Naruto in there, like just imagine a substitution jutsu, man.
Oh my gosh, that
Like,
would be.
like in the middle of a battle, you just become a log, man, or not become a log, but there's just replaced by a log, and you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dang, that'd be
Back to
fire,
your
man.
emote that you're
It
talking
would be
about, how like you
broken
can
though.
copy a person's emote. I
How
feel
would
like
it be
Fortnite wouldn't
broken?
add that because they'd lose so much
I
money
think
on it because you
it'd be
could just
broken.
copy the other person's
What?
emote.
Uh,
I mean,
well, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, like the way I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing where you obviously one person would have to have it, and then they'd basically force you to do it. So they'd probably
Mhm.
have some like weird animation over you as well, and the
Yeah.
color like a purple like aura around you or something. I think I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't think it would happen because I don't know if they'd make a jutsu in the first place as an emote, and plus that's one of the random ones they'd probably put one that Naruto has and uses a lot. Also like I don't know, probably some other thing that's not a jutsu as an emote in the first place. So anyways, let's
Nine
see.
tails.
I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe make like
Built-in
maybe
emote.
go maybe go as Brutus and then freaking what's it called? I highly doubt they would, but if they did anything where you can have Brutus unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Brutus?
Yeah.
What? Bro,
No.
what?
Think about it. I just threw in a
That's
random
random, bro. You're drugged.
I just threw a random skin and just have
No,
like
they would
this
never do that.
skin unlock a Sharingan. And I
They would
just
never do that. Or
I,
maybe imagine if they had the glizzy doing the glizzy jutsu, man.
oh my gosh, not the glue.
The glizzy jutsu is some random junk that I came up with the other day, man. It's just so drugged.
Oh
I have
my
plans
gosh.
for that, and yeah, I can't say what, but there's something with that later on. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all we have here for those topics, and then we'll probably finish this up actually here. It's gonna be like 3 hours long or something like that. Pretty fire podcast. It's almost over here. Um, Oof. Okay, we'll get into this little can of worms and never talk about this again, probably. Um, it was a topic that we had for one of the previous podcasts that got the podcast never came out. I don't want to talk about that anymore. The use of the N word, that's the topic. So basically, like, do you guys, what do you guys think? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I guess I'm tired of talking. I guess.
The use of the N word, you said?
Yeah, so like in what ways should it be allowed and by who? Like or if at all, like without an ER, just like with the A at the end,
I mean, I don't really care as long as you don't say the hard ER to me, or if you saying it in like a negative way towards.
or do you think it's like situational as well? Like if neither person cares and they're cool with each other like that.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like if my friends
Gotcha.
say, I don't care really. I really don't care.
I don't know. I mean that's a whole like big. It could be a whole big topic, but I feel like we just don't need to go over that. Like we're pretty much fine with that or whatever. As long as people don't go like saying the N word all the time for no reason to everybody, we're good, I guess. What else do we have? Plus, we already did that topic, so I don't want to talk about it again. Are any games that you guys want to play like as a group, like offline TV did, like with different things like Rust, how they play like Rust for like a good couple weeks or something like that. Any game where you guys would want to play as like or maybe as a series in general for like a couple weeks, like how we used to play like a game for a couple weeks, like especially in the clan that me and Jmanks were in, we played like Secret Neighbor for a couple weeks, and then there was like Ark and Daisy, and then Naruto for a big while. Naruto was like a throughout thing though. What do you guys think about that? Like, what games would you guys want to play as a series for a while?
A
Like
series
maybe
for
a
a
couple
while.
weeks. Maybe like a couple weeks. Maybe like a
Okay,
week.
okay. I'd say for a couple of weeks, I feel like we could do like something different with Gang Beasts. You know the game Gang Beasts.
Oh man, imagine the question is though, like, how would you make that go on for like a series?
How can you make it go on for a series?
No, no.
Just add something different to it, or like
I guess
if you were to like,
something that we would do like every day. I guess.
if you were to look at like
Or for like a week.
Sunday on how he does like stuff for, I don't know if you still watch Sunday. He does like a lot of
I know
Among
I
Us
watched them a
mods
little
now.
bit, but it's been a while.
Yeah, like if I search up Sunday right now, I haven't watched him in over like 3 years, but I checked up on him the other day. He said nothing but like Among Us stuff like
Among
that,
Us.
like Among Us mods.
Yeah.
He's still doing that. Let me search him up real quick.
I hate that he only plays like Among Us now. Well, not only,
Yeah.
but like he plays Among Us so much. I hate that because I was actually watching him before, like before he
But
went
then
into
he's
that Among Us scene.
yeah. Like we could
Yeah,
go through
man.
and we could like look at some of these like actual like mods for Among Us and actually try them out if we really wanted to. Only the good ones though.
That would be a complication. Maybe
Yeah.
like singular people here could do it, but I definitely couldn't. Obviously, obvious reasons. I'm on Xbox only and my
Well,
phone,
yeah.
so yeah. I don't know.
Oh, how'd you get that one Shrek thing for Minecraft?
I got that through like some. Man, I think that's actually like screwing over my Xbox, man. I think I got like too many. I got too many mods one time, and now it takes like someone who's never played Minecraft before compared to me. Like it take them like less than 30 seconds to load up Minecraft. It would take
Yeah.
me like literally like 3 or 4 minutes to load it up, man. I think I got too many mods, bro. I got it off of Microsoft Edge, my guy. I downloaded that junk from a mod website.
I feel like you could do
Subscribe to
like a
freaking
you
Shrek
could do a
mods,
small
Will
series with
Smith
that.
mod, beating Minecraft with Will Smith everywhere. And I'm gonna be
Hitting
playing as
Minecraft,
Will
but
Smith.
Will
Oh
Smith follows
man.
me around.
Okay, Goku, what do you think about a game that everyone could play like for a solid week? Like Rust or something like that. That could be a series.
Probably like
Any games you got in mind?
I'm trying to think. Maybe something like I don't know, like just story mode on Smash.
Oof, I don't know. I'm
Out of
thinking like,
Ultimate.
well, as like a multiplayer thing though.
I
Like
think it.
multiple people like doing like I don't know. I'm
I think
thinking it's like State of Decay maybe State of Decay 2. I don't
I,
know. What do you think, Jmanks?
I would say either like a group thing.
Yeah, like a group thing for a week.
I say like Naruto again. That would be fun.
That would be fire. I feel like that wouldn't be like a. I feel like that would be like a week thing, and then we'd keep playing it though, like every spread throughout. I feel like that could be a main game, but I
Yeah.
just have to like convince myself to play that more. And Dead by Daylight, I want to get back into that a little bit. I used to play it, but then my Xbox kept overheating. But now I got the dust out of it, so I think I'm good, man.
When'd you get the dust out of
It was like a couple of days ago, man. Freaking cleared that thing out. Okay,
How'd you clean it?
basically like brushed across the the holes and the dust like I either got the dust out or it went in, and anyways it got vacuumed out later. So yeah, I'm good. Compared to how it was before, trust me, even if there's dust inside there, man, it's way better. Cause man, you could literally see the dust. It was like in almost all the holes, man. Not almost all of them, but like a bunch of holes, man. Like, at least half of them. You can see the dust. There's a couple more topics here. Oh yeah, have you any of you guys ever played Fortnite Save the World at all? Probably
Nope.
not.
Played it like a few
Nope.
times, but like since I don't have a console that can actually provide it, I can't play.
Anyways, you guys probably know a very little bit about it, like 130, Scammer Get Scammed, Mythic Storm King,
I've heard
or the
about the
Storm
scam and
King
get
boss.
scam thing.
One King,
Probably,
yeah.
yeah. Anyways, basically for that, for me, this is a me thing. It's been pretty cool, man. I pretty much finished my experience, I would say, kind of, besides grinding V-Bucks from it. Um, I got a couple big things here. I reached 1,000 days logged in, and soon after that, I reached a login day where I got 1,000 V-Bucks. Correct. Also, I beat the Mythic Storm King actually one time, which was crazy because that's obviously the last and the hardest version of the or the only boss in the game. So yeah, and I got a mythic weapon, which there's only like 5 of them in the game, like 5 different types. Oh dang, Shiba just said that he wanted in the podcast. I think he was asleep. Was he asleep, Goku? You know? I think he was sleeping, bro. And then I got the pumpkin launcher in Save the World, which was something really rare. Took me years to get it, but I have it now, and it's really not as great as people made it seem to be. But yeah, anyways, I pretty much finished everything besides getting the last few mythic weapons. Um, now that's oh yeah, there's also the Call Me Carson return. So there was the Call Me Carson controversy, and then he came back recently. You guys think about that?
Uh,
I mean, it's whatever. I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong. Well, I mean, yeah, pretty much, not 100%, but yeah, like not the age difference thing was not bad, but I don't know. Good for him. Congrats. Hopefully he ends up doing pretty well in the future, but yeah, there's that small topic, I guess. You had one more topic you wanted to talk about, Jmanks?
Look in your notes.
People going missing or something?
Yeah. Okay. So there's like, I don't know if you've seen on the news or anything or online, but there's this dude who killed his girlfriend and ditched her body.
Ah.
But then there's like a mom that's on here, and her kid also got her kid up in missed, just started missing or got missed, not got missed, but like got taken or whatever, right?
Fish,
And
yeah.
nobody is saying anything about it, nor no cops is doing nothing about it, no nothing. I'm like, bro, that's kind of racist if you think
That's
about
bad.
it. 'Cause they're looking for a white girl, but they ain't looking for no black girl. That's kind of racist. Double standard.
Yikes, man. Exactly.
I feel like if anybody goes missing, you have to at least look for them, or at least attempt it.
Exactly.
Definitely. Bro,
Like,
aren't police supposed to do that?
and they
Yeah,
gonna
they're legally supposed
oh,
to do
but
that.
I bet they can, but they did not search at all, like
Oh
barely.
my gosh. Yikes, man.
But look,
Okay.
I can't much because some policemen are good, some are bad. You never really know.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing, though. The only time you hear about police officers anymore in the news is whenever they do the wrong things. They don't show
I
the
mean,
actual
yeah,
good
that's
police
pretty much
officers.
that's just what happens, man. That's all people care about. That's what the news cares about. That's what the people care about. The
Well, that's why
news
everyone
the
starts to
news
hate on the
goes for
police
it.
now, though.
Huh?
So, well, that's why everybody starts to hate on the police. They're just trying to do their jobs like the actual good officers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, some aren't though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying.
Yeah, some aren't. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Not every single police officer should be held
I
with a
mean,
gun and a taser.
I definitely don't think that all police are bad, and I hope that that stereotype isn't being made because of the fact that only the bad is shown. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, there's a ton of police, and what little does get shown is like the worst of the worst, like worst case scenario is always shown.
Yeah.
Like people not doing what they're supposed to, and like horrible racism. Like it's always the worst of the worst seen. So yeah, I hope people don't see all of them as that. I hope not many of them are like that. But yeah. We have a couple little other random topics. So Stranger Things, in Dead by Daylight being removed because Stranger Things, I guess, is going to be trying to make their own games and stuff.
Huh.
But yeah, this is the first time anything's been removed from Dead by Daylight, which is interesting. Which is why I made the assumption a little while back that Stranger Things cosmetics in Fortnite would come back one last time and then never again. I'd assume that this next season, maybe of Stranger Things, is the last one. But yeah, I don't know.
How long
So
has
is that?
Stranger Things been around? Like what? 3 years? 4 years?
Oh no, it's been. I think it's been longer than that. Wait, let me see.
Oh.
When did Stranger Things come out? 2016.
Okay. So it was like not as popular, then all
4 or
of a sudden
5
it
years.
blew up, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think it just kind of blew up, and then it was just kind of like a meh for a while, and then every time a new season came out, it was popular for a little bit.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
never watched
really
Stranger
popular
Things.
first season. I watched it. It's pretty good, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. There's small stuff here. We have. Uh, hmm. Oh yeah. I don't even. I don't even have this is listed. I didn't even put this on the list. But what do you? When people were trying to cancel the baby, what do you guys think about that
Oh, I heard
for
about that.
the homophobic thing he said? Ish.
Huh? What did he say?
Yeah, what
Oh,
did he say?
hold
I'm not caught up on that. All I know is everyone's trying to cancel him now.
on. Let's see. Well, not
He goes from
now. It was
being the
just.
face
It was
on a
just
car
a.
to being canceled.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't really listen to that much rap, so I'm not really getting as much stuff for rap. Like occasionally, if I go into Google, I'll get like the news feed for it. Like, oh, this is happening. I'm like, sure, I'll read it. Why not? 'Cause anymore, like the news is just like so much about the negative. Can't focus on the positive, so I just try to ignore the news in a way.
Mm. Oh, he basically said at one point he was like, "Oh, if you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, or any deadly STDs, that'll make you die in 2 or 3 weeks. Put your cell phone lights in the air." And then there was something else. It's like, guys, if you're not sucking glizzy in the parking lot, put your cell phones in the air. Yeah. that's what there is. What do you guys think about that? I guess. And then that people tried to cancel him. Canceling is just bad in general, but shouldn't have
I
said
don't
that.
really agree with
Pretty
canceling. If you
simple.
don't agree with it, don't watch it or don't try and be associated with it.
Oh yeah.
That's
It is
whack though.
pretty.
Oh, whack. Because he shouldn't be getting cursed because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I don't know. People are. Why do people try to cancel? It's just a dumb thing. It's pretty closed thing here. He shouldn't have said it. I guess. Be more. I don't know. You should have known that people would react like that. I guess is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah. I
especially
don't
with like
know.
now how everything kind of is now is
Oh yeah.
like the world's
Sensitive
definitely
stuff.
changed within the last
Yeah.
5 years.
Definitely. I'd say like maybe like yeah, for definitely 5 years, I guess. Yeah,
Fourth.
yeah, soft. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That was in like an old topic that was meant for like the last podcast, but just never got brought up. And here's a pretty simple thing. Don't want to talk about it too much. It's kind of old. I think we have maybe one more.
If you guys don't have one, I have one.
Okay, we'll do yours, but we'll talk about this one first, and then I'll let you guys
Alright.
talk about your topic. So this one is, what do you guys think about companies and them taking certain stances? You know, like for LGBTQ plus or whatever. Like you know how,
Um,
like how they act like they support it or whatever, and then like as soon as the month changes, they change their picture back to whatever it was before.
well, they only do that for the money,
I
obviously.
mean, yeah. What do you guys think about like I don't know. I guess yeah.
The
Pretty
profile picture
bad.
said is the thing. Let me check real quick.
Wait, do they still have that? That'd be
They might have
crazy
just
if they
recently
do.
switched it. I'm checking. Minecraft. Oh no, they just switched it back. I
Dang,
checked the other day. It was still like the rainbow for LGBTQ.
I see.
Yeah, they just switched it not too long ago.
Man, you think it's always gonna be like this or no?
Like what?
Like,
What do you mean?
like always, like having like a Pride Month and this and that. Like, do you think it's ever
Yeah.
gonna come to a point where we don't like do these things anymore and we're just like
Nope.
chilling and
It's gonna
everyone's
stay here
equal?
forever. It's gonna stay
No,
forever.
I feel like it's actually. I feel like it's gonna get worse. I feel like we're gonna have
Let
to
me
get to
get
the
worse.
point where
Like
it's gonna be like,
months for all kinds of other crazy things that
oh
people
yeah,
come up with.
yeah.
Oh man, that would be
Like
so bad.
I feel like January will be something, February will be something.
Oh man, like a month for. Oh my gosh, that would be awful.
Bro, if that happens, oh my gosh,
It's
bro.
over, dude.
Wait, let
It's
me check.
over.
Isn't February already a month?
Oh no, man. It's happening. Oh man. That's so bad.
Um, yeah, Blank History Month is in February. It's from
Wait,
February
what month?
Tuesday. February.
Black history.
Black History Month is
Oh,
Tuesday,
yeah, there's
February
those
1st
two.
to Tuesday,
I
March
think those
1st.
are. I think those are it though, right?
Um,
I'm sure we got like something for. Oh man. I don't know. Do you have any other topics? I'm pretty much
oh, there you go. There's
done
June.
with this.
LGBTQ plus month is in June.
Yep. Okay, so we got two.
Yeah,
Hopefully
those
it
are the
doesn't
two we
become
have right now.
every month of the year. That'd be awful. It'd always be something, man. Okay, well. Anyways, any other topics? I guess.
Yeah, September 18th National Burger Day. Did you guys go get yourself a burger?
Nope.
No, man.
Uh,
Wait. 18th? What's the date
Yeah.
now? 22nd?
22nd.
Yes, 22nd.
Maybe I wonder. I might have had a burger on that day. Maybe.
Because Burger
Probably
King
random though.
is like In-N-Out, Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's. They all had like stuff for their burgers, like they're half off or like dollar burgers or something like that.
No way. Really?
Yeah, I missed out on it. I didn't know
How
about
did
it
I
till the
not know
19th.
that? That sounds cracked out, bro.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why people didn't say more about it. I
neither
would
did
have
I.
probably got me something, man.
Mhm.
Okay, well, yikes. That's pretty cool, but yeah, I probably didn't get one. I mean, I didn't go out and get one. I might have randomly. I probably didn't have one.
Mhm.
You guys got anything else? Jmanks, Goku, you guys have it?
Nah.
Talk
I'm not
about
asking
weirdest
for.
thing I did. Can we just talk about
Mm,
how yesterday I just put Frosted Flakes with toothpaste?
Hey,
That's
You did
yo,
what? Hold up.
fuck it.
We need to talk about
yo.
this. What are you
Oh
talking about?
no, a menace
The
to
teenage I
society.
just plain old toothpaste, and I started mixing it with things.
Bro, I literally heard him I literally heard his mom in the back, bro, talking about not to eat it, bro. He's been literally eating toothpaste, man.
And
So
I
that's what you eat
right
for
here.
breakfast now?
Plug in, my boy.
Did you run out of milk?
Yes.
No, no.
Use water for the toothpaste. I mean, come on.
You know, I remember seeing this one
Toothpaste does
kid on
more damage when you
Xbox.
digest it.
His gamer tag was "I need some milk" and then some numbers, I think. And it was this little kid who played on his brother's account. Obviously, the older brother made the name. Obviously, it
Mhm.
had some anime girl as a profile picture. Anyways, the kid
That thing real hot.
said the dumbest thing. The kid said the dumbest thing, man. Listen, he said he named the account "I need some milk" because he went to go get some cereal and there was no milk, so he had to use water.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, people who are actually lactose intolerant, if they want cereal, that's how they eat cereal, is with
Oh
water.
wait, they don't. I would eat it dry, man. I would eat it
Yeah.
dry.
I got a
I ain't eat it
question, y'all.
with
Is this
water.
the
Yeah,
end of
what's
the
up?
podcast or not? Because I
You
gotta
said
go eat.
what?
So this is the end of the podcast because I gotta go eat. If not,
Yeah, pretty much. Stay for a second here.
all right.
I have one
Yeah.
more question.
Yeah. What's up?
What's everyone's favorite Minecraft block?
Oh yeah, you put that earlier. I was gonna say
Yeah.
something, but we were talking about something else. Favorite Minecraft block?
Yeah.
Probably quartz. Definitely quartz. I love walking on it because it makes a sound. I put that in my house.
Alright.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite block,
What's the purple
Jmanks?
noise? Purple?
Amethyst?
Yeah,
Oh
that.
yeah, it's amethyst, not quartz.
Yeah.
Yeah, amethyst. Yo, Goku, what's your favorite Minecraft block?
Tough decision, just because I have multiple. But main, I'm probably gonna have to go with copper.
I
For
like
some,
lightning rods. I remember putting lightning
No.
rods on my house, and then got burnt down. And Cesis was talking about how I cursed the
was say.
land.
And Cesis
Oh
came to
man,
school the next day. He's like, dude, Vbatteries just burned down the house. I'm
no
like,
way.
he what?
That
Oh,
sounds so good. I think I'm gonna start that series up again and do like a season 2 and get everyone
Yeah.
back. That'd be fire.
uh,
But
Battery box SMP.
yeah, man, the battery. Oh my gosh. Okay,
I think
well,
my favorite block's probably Crying Obsidian.
I
oh, that sounds
guess
kind of.
this is the end of the podcast,
Wait,
y'all.
yep. So, fire. We'll probably have some. I don't know when would the next one. Probably like 2 weeks. Expect probably the same people because I don't know. People just don't like showing up for a lot of these things. Whatever, man. Anyways, yeah. Let's see what to say. Yeah, wrapping up. I'll go first here. Vbatteries on everything. There may or may not be a space. Use code Vbatteries in the item shop. No space in that one. No space in code Vbatteries in the item shop in Fortnite or Rocket League or anything else. Epic Games or even in the Epic Games store. They got free games sometimes, and sometimes you can use my code in there. Get you some free games, my guy.
gotta be.
Yeah, so there's that, and then my TikTok, Big Hammy Hamster 00F, And then there's also, like I said, Vbatteries on everything. There's Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. There's Spotify. If you're on YouTube, Boys in the Back
Yes,
podcast.
Ski
Yep. Jmanks, you plug yourself.
was good, y'all. If y'all made it to the end of the podcast, I'm gonna just say this right quick. Put let me think. Put the words SpongeBob in the chat. You heard me? SpongeBob.
In the comments.
Oh,
Yep.
and also it's Jmanks on everything. Maybe Jmanks 8 on it. You heard me? But if y'all
Yeah.
do like the podcast with my friends, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, share that with everybody. Do like it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Classic Jmanks. All
Yes.
right, Emerald Rhyhorn, you gotta shout yourself out, man. Again.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the Spotifyers who are watching us on Spotify, all the people who are watching us on YouTube, and anywhere else that you guys might be watching this podcast. And also, you can follow me at Emerald Rhyhorn 99 on YouTube, Twitch, and that's about it.
Yep, that is EMROLDRHYHORN 99. And then we have Goku, shout yourself out on TikTok. Oh, well, I guess, let me
He's on
see.
mute again. Hey,
Oh,
Goku,
son
you're
of
on
a
mute.
biscuit. UFO_AKARI05. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right?
It's UFO_AKARI05.
Yep, okay,
It's
yep. You just
third.
got it.
I had
And
to.
hold on, there's something else. Shoot. What else was I gonna say? I guess I just wasn't gonna say anything. Stay tuned, I guess. Thanks for listening
Una.
in,
Thank you, guys.
watching. Yep. And we will see y'all
In
in the next one.
Craig, leave.
All right. Bye, Craig.
Bye,
Bye,
Craig.
Corey.